There we go. Yeah, she plays some Zelda. You think it would Hyrule? Wow. It's so quiet. Do you think they forgot? Forget a royal visitation? No one can make such a blunder, princess. You don't know what this is. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, I guess I should just go in and... What? Oh my god! Oh, Malon's live. Okay. March 17th, 9:37 a.m. Hyrule Grand Court. Defendant lobby number 3. You'd think after so many years of doing this, I'd be used to the stress. So, why am I shaking? God, I guess it's a lot worse when it's your friend's life that's in line. Come on, I gotta look professional. She can't see you like this. Speaking of her, though, where is she, anyways? Hey, you over there! Huh? What is it, attorney? The trial isn't starting yet. But it will be soon, right? Would you happen to know if my client isn't here yet? I didn't get to speak much with her when she was arrested, so... I was hoping you could at least exchange a word with her now. Yeah, I know. It's a... Hearing like Link talk is interesting, isn't it? Let me know if the music is... Turn down light a little bit. We might be. we might be. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. We can check the court record. Maybe it'll give us some information. So let's see what's up. Well, you weren't the only one with that idea. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. We have an attorney's badge, proof that I can stand in court as an attorney. Oh yeah. Here, yeah, the character profiles. Malon, age 27, my longtime friend and the defendant in this case. Talon, deceased, the victim, owner of Lon Lon Ranch, and Malon's loving father. I believe she's currently in the prosecutor's lobby. He wanted to talk to her as well. What? What is up with this guy? He bars me into the crime scene, blocks my attention center visits, and now this? Not to worry. She will definitely be here before the trial. Oh, Eliza. These levels are suspiciously good. Well, that's good though. I mean, everybody's absorption rate for it is different, so that's not. I mean, a little suspicious, but not that suspicious. Great. It'll be a joyous 5 minutes indeed. But there's nothing I can do but wait. Yeah, let me just put this in the title. There you go. Okay, this is ridiculous. How much longer can he keep her there? Ah, I see. There she is. No need to get all worked up. Is something wrong? Did I hear shouting? So much for looking professional. No. Don't worry. Everything's fine. This is Malon. Ever since we met in Hyrule Castle Town all those years ago, we've been great friends. Her heart's in the right place. I know she cared deeply about her father. Everything's fine. So why do you look so worried? Well... How did the investigation go? Did you find anything? Yes, the investigation. I found tons of, groundbreaking stuff. Particularly that my opponent's a real scumbag. Hi, Steve! Hi, Pop Steve. What did the prosecutor want from you, anyway? Well, it was mostly just threats. He kept explaining in detail what would happen to me if I'm found guilty. Wow. Doesn't sound like a vital discussion that needed to happen right before the trial. Probably just did that so we wouldn't have as much time to talk. You believe me, right? I didn't do it. I never. Of course I believe you. Although, I'll be honest, things aren't looking very good right now. Sigh. What's that you got there? Oh, this is just a pictograph of Father I carry around. I just can't believe he's gone. I wish I knew how to cheer up right now. I'm not very good at handling emotional reliance. Wow. Okay, Link. Hey, you know, that pictograph could be really useful for the trial. Oh, how so? Well, you look so happy together. I can present it to show that you two had a great relationship. You really think so? You think they're just gonna, like, be fine if you bring in evidence? Doesn't have to go through a whole, like, thing in Discovery? Like, you really just gonna bring in evidence during the trial? Yeah, it's fine. It's totally fine. Okay, well, here you go, then. Oh, it's just added to the court record. I have multiple leashes, yeah. Mary, you can't tug me. My leash, I mean. At least I'll be walking in there with something other than my badge. But wait, we shouldn't just be idly chatting. Anyway, there's not much time left. I know it's hard to talk about, but could you tell me what happened exactly? I don't stand much chance if I don't know your version of the story. Meow. Meow. Thank you. I understand. Unfortunately, there really isn't. Trial is starting. Defendant, attorney, please enter the courtroom at once. Uh-oh. I shouldn't have said that stuff about having no chance. Maybe not. All right. Everything will be fine. The prosecutor has been playing me for a fool since this began, but sooner or later, his arrogance will be his undoing. Let's head inside. I know, Cricket Whistle. I like unlearned how courts work through Phoenix Wright. My name is Link. I've been a defense attorney for the last 7 years. I've won my fair share of cases and lost some too, but this one is personal. There's so much at stake here. Not only do I have to save Malon's life, I've got to find out who did this to Talon. Talon. He was always so kind. He didn't deserve this. I need to do him justice. I can't lose this. Yeah, I think that's how it works. Oh god, look who's... Oh no, look. Okay, wait. Court is now in session for the trial of Malon of Lowland Ranch. The defense is ready, Your Honor. That's a very good model. It's a very, very good model. I sincerely doubt that. What were they thinking, pitting me against some pathetic kid? I know, his suit! His suit! What? Pathetic kid? What gives you the right to... Still your tongue. You bring shame upon the fine color of your hair, vile woman. Before... Oh my god. He totally is doing the Von Karma. Before long, the world should know the horrible deeds you've committed. Let us not prolong the inevitable. Shall we begin? I know, a little bit. But although none of the, barely any of the like Ace Attorney opponents were like traditional suits. Like Miles Edgeworth, I guess had a suit, but he had the really big ass cot, right? And the big ass. And then Von Karma had like regal attire-ish, like we wouldn't really call it a suit. Same with Friska Von Karma, she had a whip. She had a whip. I don't think whip counts as a courtroom attire. This court is no place to be exchanging insults. Since the prosecution is ready as well, let's hear their opening statement. This has to be after Majora's Mask, yeah. The opening statement shall also be the closing one. The girl did it! It's obvious! She killed her own father in cold blood! All so she could have the ranch to herself. Finger wagging. Couldn't wait for the old fool to die, naturally. could you, you greedy little rat? Oh my, wow. Objection! Your Honor! You can't allow this man to verbally abuse a defendant like this. Oh! Ha! She committed the murder, kid. She deserves every bit of scorn she gets. But it's innocent. I do believe the littlest commentary wouldn't go amiss. Bah! I assure you, old man, you will change your opinion once you see all of the damning evidence. Also, my commentary is fantastic. You should listen to my riff tracks. Who is this guy? How can he speak to a judge like that? Ganondorf Dragmire. Looks like I've been lucky to avoid meeting this man until now. The stories I've heard about him must be true. A boorish barbarian of a man hailing from the Great Province. What is this? Oh! Oh, that would be... Yeah, okay, a natural scene that? Yeah, no, that's, that's a look. Yeah, I would like that. That'd be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, Sheep, this is exactly what I expected it to be, and it is already phenomenal. I'm loving this. Work. I don't know. I think it's a little inaccurate. Yeah. I'm back. None of the fuck am I looking at? Let's go to snake out of my mom's garage. Isn't the mod I got? Hi. Okay, so hi, Keysfish. Welcome back. So this is called Hyrule, or no? Hyrule Hero of Law. Ocarina of Time Hero of Law. Let me actually... how do I link this? I'll do this. Okay. There you go. That is a link to the ROM hack, if anybody's interested. This came out like 2 days ago. Yeah, ROM hacks are wild. I'm like really liking and exploring different ROM hacks for like Super Mario 64, for Zelda. I have another one that I want to check out for Banjo-Kazooie. Maybe we can do after. Apparently, he prides himself on the nearly clean streak he's cultivated for decades, all while disrespecting everyone in the court, including the judge. I've even heard some attorneys refer to him as the king of evil. The eyes. Definitely has that look, at the very least. Who wears a full armor to court? Very well. Please present your case to the court. You don't seem to like me talking, so I'll just let the detective present the basics. Bring Impa of the Sheikah Force to the stand. Well, here we go. The first battle. I know Impa. She's quite a competent detective. Which worries me. Please let her have made a mistake just this once. Go have a good lay down, Dorella. Oh my god. Wait! Alright, state your name and whatever it is you pretend to do. You never change, do you, prosecutor? Any possible change should be for the worse. Now, stop wasting time! Name and occupation! Very well. I am Impa, head detective of the Sheikah Force Homicide Division. Columbo Impa. I got Columbo to start watching. I want to start watching that. Also, that's a very cute Columbo dance emote. True for now, at least. Well, what are you waiting for? Start talking. You are the one assigned to this case, so you know all about it. What calamity has befallen our fair kingdom? Nice choice of words. Still can't be bothered to give a proper opening statement. I suppose I can do the prosecutor's job for him this time for the sake of an unbiased look. Please go ahead, detective. Yeah, the music. The incident happened early yesterday morning on Lon Lon Ranch, a local supplier of goods located just south of Castletown. The current owner of the homestead, Talon, was found dead in his ranch house. A tragic loss for our king, for sure. I've seen the man around Castletown a number of times delivering goods. Oh my god, the music! Wait, actually though the music is really cool for this. Quite. The owner was a rather important figure in the local community. In any case, we were alerted to the scene by the murder of the Royal Guard, or at least the murder by the Royal Guard, who was there on official business. Official business? What kind? As I understand, the ranch provides the kingdom with vital services. To ensure it was operating as it should, and as a gesture of appreciation, the Crown orders a visitation to the ranch every year. I see. Well, schedule annual visit. Continue, detective. When the Sheikah force arrived, they found the victim bleeding out onto the floor. Next to him lay his daughter, Malin, breathing but unresponsive. After a thorough investigation, we arrested her as she was deemed the only possible culprit. Yeah, the owl motif. I know, it works. It works really well. That about covers just what happened. Very nice and succinct. Keep that up, and perhaps you'll keep your job. Oh god, this game is doing some really good things. I don't think the good detective is worried that much about that, given she's the head of the department. Which reminds me, why is the head of the detectives herself in a case like this? Were the other detectives unavailable? That would be because I have been assigned to this case by the King of Hyrule himself. Well, the king himself assigned you? That doesn't happen very often, does it? You're correct, Your Honor. I'm usually not involved in field work like this. This time, however, the freedom felt necessary because of who is involved. Who is involved? Is the death of a rancher worker really such a concern for the king? Well, as I said, Lon Lon Ranch is a very important supplier of goods, to be sure. But that's not who I meant. I imagine the king wanted the top investigators on this particular job because it was the royal princess herself who discovered the crime scene. Order! Oh, I'll have order! The royal princess, Zelda, witnessed a crime? And there you have it. This case rides on the princess's own words. To doubt it would be to doubt your own royalty. Oh god, it's been out. Objection. Don't hit me. What a long face. Sorry, little son. Man. After the motif, I can hear number phantasm. The Delta and Freedom motif in every song I listen to. She's going insane. I also get some of those drumstick ice cream things. I never know. Oh, I've had one a long time. Oh, I can't really object to that. Very well. If the princess is testifying today, it's better we don't make her needlessly wait. Detective, please testify about exactly why the defendant was arrested. Yes, she has an actor. Yes. Are the mini ones? Oh, no, they're big. The reason for arrest. It is with regret that I agree with Dragmar. All the evidence points towards this girl being the culprit. We determined that the murder definitely took place inside the ranch of the house. There were only 3 people on the ranch: the victim, the defendant, and a worker who was an alibi for the time of the crime. The defendant was found unconscious right in front of the victim, who was bleeding out on the floor. Furthermore, she was holding a weapon. Without a doubt, that's what was used to kill the victim. She seemed like such a nice, bright girl. It's most unfortunate. I know, the amount of detail I work on this is really good. Your Honor, I'd like to submit these pieces of evidence to the court. Of course, it's the first time the defendants the defense is seeing the evidence, because that's how we do things in this court. Fuck you, Phoenix. Fuck you, Link. First, I have the autopsy report performed by the Crown's top coroner. Here is what we determined to be the murder weapon, which we took from the defendant's hands. who updated. No, that's your report right now. There's a, what's it called? There's a thing, a quick video that I really like. Somebody made of just like Miles Edwards dancing with about the autopsy reports. It's really good. I'll try to find it later. To make sure we had the correct weapon, we conducted a very thorough investigation. Naturally, we searched everyone and thoroughly examined the ranch and its vicinity. Nothing unusual was found, but to be safe, we also checked the ranch's inventory list to see whether anything was missing. The list matches the items we found on the ranch exactly, and nothing but the saw had fresh blood on it. That does sound quite compelling. This must have been a truly terrifying scene. Dying from a wound made by a weapon like this is extremely painful. I should know. This only helps to prove the defendant's viciousness. At this rate, they're going to be painting Mel into some heartless monster. Oh, there's one other thing I feel I should mention for the sake of completeness. Shortly after we arrived at the ranch, a courier showed up to take some milk shipments. Of course, business must go on. Is this really necessary to enter into evidence, though? The shipments did end up leaving the ranch, so I feel it bears mentioning. Were the contents checked before you let them go? Naturally. Who do you take us for? Even though the worker handling the shipments did get quite worked up about it, we cracked all the boxes to open to check what was inside. In the end, it did turn out to only be milk bottles, so we let them through. Bear, you say? Very well. Thank you for your thoroughness, Detective. So, what happens now? Well, this is where I step in and perform a cross-examination. Oh, great! How does that work? Huh? Could you explain what you're going to be doing? I've never been to court before. Can't have to go over this again. Sure, why not? Yeah, let's go for it. The witness will repeat their testimony. I'll be able to scroll back and forth through the individual statements by pressing A and B, or with the D-pad and the joystick, which we all know what it is in universe, of course. Oh, they'll just repeat as many times as you want? Just call the expression. That's right. I have to consider every little detail. I can't miss a thing. If I want more info about something, I can use L or Z to press the statement and ask the witness for a question. Grilling for info. Yep. Since the witness has to come up with an answer on the spot, if they're lying, prompting for info can make them slip up. Most importantly, though, if I find something that doesn't line up with the evidence, I can press R to bring up the court record. The court record is basically a list of all the evidence, right? Yes! Yes, I can open it any time if I need to recheck the facts. After choosing the contradicting item, I can press, C button up to raise an objection and present my doubts to the court. That was like, I can use LZ. I can help. I can do it. I know, this is a lot of talking for Link. Oh, and I can not only present evidence, but profiles as well. Profiles? The court record contains a list of all the people involved, too. I can switch between evidence and profiles with R. If I need to review what's been said recently, I can also press Start to see a history of messages. Oh, I see. That makes sense. Is the defense done whispering? Yeah, sorry. I don't know, just chatting over here. Why? Also, why is the main, like... I guess it makes sense the defendant would be with us, actually. I don't know. If he's so upset about it, why doesn't he just press the right C button and skip ahead like everybody else? The defense is ready to cross-examine the witness. Bah! A waste of time. I sincerely hope you're not implying that standard court procedure is a waste of time, Mr. Dragmire. In any case, we're ready, defense. Please begin the cross-examination. Oh my god. Kapura! Okay, now we need a meme of... we need the brain-rotted meme of Asgore running over the truck, but we need that to be Kapura running over, like, Boners. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that sounds it's probably very confusing. It is with regret that I agree with the dragon mark. Yeah, let's proceed. Okay, 11 minutes, that's what I mean. Yeah. What makes you think she's the culprit? Huh! She's just about to tell you! Keep quiet and listen! Right. Sorry. Indeed, as I was saying, we determined that the murder definitely took place inside the ranch house. And just how did you do that? It's quite simple. There was no blood found anywhere else. Had the victim been attacked at some other location, we'd expect the trail leading into the crime scene. Couldn't the killer have just cleaned it up after? It's certainly not. Path to the ranch house at Lon Lon Ranch is not paved in any way. Cleaning blood off the ground would require disturbing the soil. Naturally, we found nothing of the sort. Bah! There wouldn't have been enough time to pull that off anyway. Likely true. Right, sounds like the crime location is pretty firm. But I'm not giving up yet. Happy candidate, Rageful? Yeah. Bye, Ivy. There are only 3 people at the ranch, a victim, the defendant, and a worker. Hold it! The 3 people, you say? Look at him smirking. Look at him smirking with his arms crossed. Happy Canada Day! I guess that would have to be Mr. Ingo. Oh. Let me stop you before you start getting too excited. If you had listened to the rest of what the detective said, you'd have noticed she's mentioned an alibi. Indeed, we're pretty certain that the ranch worker couldn't have been involved. Well, what is the alibi then? You might remember that I brought up some outgoing milk shipments. Well, the worker, Ingo, was in charge of them. He left the ranch house first thing in the morning. Was busy preparing the shipments after that. Is that so? Surely he couldn't have gotten away from that one really quick little murder. For one really quick murder. Bah! This wouldn't just be a quick little murder, as you so prettily put it. You have to take steps to hide his involvement too. There was definitely not enough time for that. Unfortunately, I agree. Preparing a shipment is a lot of work. You have to milk all the cows, and then clean all the bottles, pour the milk out in them, arrange all the crates, and then finally load them up into the wagon. Usually, I had to do it together with Father before the courier had arrived. The shipments were already when we arrived at the ranch. When we checked the boxes, they were fully loaded with filled milk bottles. So Ingo was able to do the work of 2 people all on his own? Isn't that a bit odd? Odd or not, he evidently did just that. Clearly a man dedicated to his job. Or perhaps the girl and her father are just very inefficient. This whole thing seems awfully suspicious if you ask me. But I guess I've nothing to dispute it with. I know. The murder's intent in his eyes. I know. Malin fainted? Correct. We couldn't get her to wake for a long time. Eventually, we decided to administer a healing fairy so she could be questioned. Does that mean because you expend a healing fairy when you use them, so you kill the fairy to. I guess finding her body was just that much of a shock. Ha! Probably just pretending, trying to make it look like she merely found a body. In any event, she's holding a weapon. Fairy died for this. Yeah, healing fairy equals smelling salts, maybe? Let's go see the Skyhawks here jump today. Ooh, cool. And oh, that's really cool. And can you be so sure of this? Look at the autopsy report. Deep, a regulated wound made with a sharp metal object. The saw was the only sharp implement in the ranch house that could produce such a wound. And, as I've already mentioned, We also looked closely at all the other sharp things on the ranch. None had recent blood on them. That still doesn't necessarily mean that the saw was a murder weapon. Maybe the real culprit hid the real one. Oh yeah? Prove it then! Show us the real murder weapon! Well, I definitely don't have any way to do that. Still, something bothers me with that saw. So you have nothing, hmm? What a waste of time. Seems like such a bright young girl. Oh, sorry, such a bright girl. It's most unfortunate. Oh, wow. 8 hours, dang. She sure is. We've known each other for years. Yet she murdered her father in cold blood. How curious. Perhaps you just bad judges of character, both of you. No way! Just give me some time and I'm gonna prove it. Do you see anything wrong yet? Well, usually it's difficult to find anything wrong with the basic facts of the case. That said, I do think I saw one small thing. Oh, really? Oh, that's great. It sure is, because I've got to poke all the holes I can before before the princess gets here. Objection! She's not bright at all. I just had to explain to her how cross-examination works. Do you really think somebody so bright would need me to explain that? No. Okay, supposed murder weapon found in Malon's hands. I don't think I can inspect these further. Found in Malon's hands, clean of blood. Oh, is it the fact that it's clean of blood? Yeah, why would they clean the blood off? I mean, maybe I'll present it here, because this is the part where we're talking about bleeding out on the floor. Like, if the victim's bleeding out, why isn't there blood anywhere? Oh, wait, we can press A for details on this. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, you can go. Rakes, garden hose, buckets, hammers, knives, wood saw. Right, they have one singular wood saw for this. Also, oh no, I guess that makes sense. There's 3 people on the ranch, right? Okay, so let's try. Objection! Huh? This seems like a fairly large oversight. I just want to make sure of something. The state the saw is currently in is how you found it at the crime scene. Yeah, that's right. That's strange, considering how much the victim bled out and how deep his wound was. Why is there no blood on the supposed murder weapon? Is that all you have? Huh? Oh. Naturally, the prosecution has an explanation for why the saw is clean. Behold. This was found in the defendant's other hand. Why the fuck am I only learning about this now? I know, the music is really hype. I love the music. Oh, Glamour Claw, I'm sorry to hear. I hope you're able to get some cozy rest today. Objection, Your Honor! Hey, he's withholding evidence! He updated the autopsy report! Wait, why wasn't I involved? As you can plainly see, it is stained with blood. The defendant would simply wipe the murder weapon in a futile attempt to hide her involvement. If Malon was trying to hide her involvement, why didn't she just leave the crime scene? Bah. Obviously, she was trying to hide the body before the royal visitation arrived at the ranch. Fortunately for her, it just so happened that the delegation arrived quite a bit earlier than expected. In a panic, she quickly wiped the saw off and pretended to faint to make it look like she just stumbled upon the scene. What's discovery, am I right? You know? Wrong lady. Things are not looking very good for you right now. Judge, what the fuck? You can't just say, what are you doing? Why? In evidence, the court accepts the bloody court cloth in evidence. So what's the story with this cloth? Well, as I was doing the final check on the ranch, I noticed that a part of the fence around the horse paddock was damaged. Not entirely sure when that happened, but sometimes one of the horses just get a little bit too rowdy, you know? Right. Anyway, I didn't want to bother Mr. Inko about it, so I tried to cut up a new rail by myself to patch it up. But then the saw slipped and I cut my hand open. Wait, that's her blood? I guess they can't do blood tests in Legend of Hyrule times. Oh, goddesses, are you okay? Well, it wasn't that bad. It did bleed quite a lot, though, so I used that cloth to quickly bandage the wound. I was actually going to the ranch house to ask Father to help me with the fence. Ha! A likely story. And impossible to verify now, of course. The Sheikah Force had to use a fairy on the defendant to get her out of her supposed unconsciousness. Now, I do have to give her some credit. She's one cunning woman. Objection, your mother! Hi, Paxford. Judge, we demand a DNA test. A what? What? A what? Thank you for the subscription. Hope you're doing well. She would likely, she knew that would explain a sudden lack of any wound on her hand. Why, yes, fairies are wonderful. Just the other day, I slammed my hand with the gavel and took the pain, or one took the pain off immediately. Judge, I don't think you should be using fairies for such frivolous matters. Great. Glad to know they're used for such important things. Yeah! But, dang it. Too bad there is no way to tell whose blood is on the cloth. Wait, fairies are wonderful. More than a fucking shirt, actually, yeah. Yeah, he got a finger. The poor judge got a finger boo-boo, and he had to like get the fairy to make his finger better. Okay, so the name of this is Hero of Law. I had the link. I have the link for it pinned. I'll change the title a little bit for that. Yeah, you can get this yourself. It just came out a couple days ago. I do believe this matter has been settled. I'm ready to call my next witness. Uh-oh. Is that all I can get out of her? You've served your purpose, Sheikah. Be gone! Oh, fine. But you had best treat her with kindness, with respect, or I'll see to it that you spend the night in the dungeons. Do not presume to threaten me, Sheikah. A night of darkness and solitude would be nothing but comfort for me. Is that so? Then perhaps we should fill the dungeon with lit candles for the occasion. Hi, Art from Dawn. Hey, how's it going? This is the romhack that just came out a couple days ago. It's a Phoenix Wright crossover with Zelda, yeah. They're throwing daggers at each other, and soon we're all in trouble. Order! I'm sure we'll treat the prince with utmost respect. You may step down, detective. It's art. I am loving this. This crisis has already made me weary with all the pointless jabber. The time is ripe to deal the final blow. I call Her Highness, Princess Zelda of Hyrule, to the stand. Hi. Oh, different character model for Zelda. Sweating. Is something the matter? Why is everyone quiet all of a sudden? Your Highness, I believe we were just a little bit uncertain of how to proceed. It is quite the honor to have such an esteemed guest in these land halls. Bah! In the face of law, the princess is no different from a peasant. Name and occupation. Now! The prosecution will behave. I will not have any derogatory statements directed to the princess. Derogatory? I simply wish to not waste any more time. We must employ proper procedure. Oh, man. It's all right, Detective. I believe the prosecution does have a point. In the eyes of the law, we are all equals. On this stand, I am just another witness. I should not be getting any special treatment. It's like a Zelda that's somewhere between like Kid Zelda and the adult Zelda that we see in Ocarina of Time. Very admirable, Your Highness. We can all rest easy knowing that Hyrule is destined to have such a wise monarch in its future. Yes, indeed. I eagerly await the day when our next ruler takes the throne and reshapes the kingdom in their image. Oh, you flatter me, prosecutor. Now then. Objection! Creepy, Your Honor? I believe I was asked for my name and occupation. I am Zelda, current Princess of Hyrule and heir to the apparent to the throne. Marvelous, Your Highness. Before we begin, we'll just like to know why were you at Longmont Ranch to witness this terrible accident or incident? Wait, not accident, murder. We're definitely assuming murder. It's simple, really. Longmont Ranch is Hyrule's Castle Town's biggest food supplier. So we get our milk. Not only that, but the ranch also equips Hyrule's royal guard with the finest horses. Every year, the royal family makes a visit to the gesture of goodwill and to ensure the quality of the steeds. Wow, I didn't know your horses were all used by the royal guard. Yep. We work hard every year to make sure they're in the best possible condition. Father loved to boast about it to the other ranch owners. There's other ranches in Hyrule. Knowing talent, I'm sure he did. How unfortunate that the ranch may no longer meet the crown's high standards under new management. The royal family has backup, I trust. Yeah, we're looking for one. Naturally, those standards are quite high. Yes, of course. Now then, please describe what you saw on the day of the incident. Very well. Here I go. I'm gonna be. I'll wait for the ad, or maybe I'll be brief for the ad because I need to get water. Witness testimony. The scene behind the door. I arrived at the Longmont Ranch a little after 8 a.m., accompanied by my loyal guards. I remember being surprised at how quiet everything was. There was nobody there to welcome us. I could sense there was something wrong. I opened the door to the ranch house, and I went inside. The room was mostly empty. There was a table of some kind of crystal top on top of it. But in front of the table, the terrifying scene was unveiling. The defendant hacked at the ranch owner's chest with the saw she was holding. Wait, is she saying that she saw Malon in action killing Talon? I was overcome with fear, and I screamed. I will never forget what I saw that day. I heard that Talon and his daughter were incredibly kind. I cannot believe that she would commit such horrible violence. Oh fuck, she's lying. Wow, what a bitch. Oh, what? Oh my, you saw the very moment that the victim was killed? Oh, he's not happy. Oh, there we go. Oh, there you go. Oh, no, he's happy. Okay. Decisive testimony. As there is no need to doubt the prince's statement, I call for the judge to make a ruling right away. Yes, we can just be done with this completely right now. Objection! Hey now, hold on. I didn't get to cross-examine the witness yet. Oh. You haven't, you fool, because there is no need. Did you not hear one word of what I said? Didn't you just say we should follow all procedures and treat the princess like any other witness? This is the defense's right! You complete... I believe that your defense has a point. The Conspiracy theory. That's not actually the princess. Conspiracy theory. Eat the rich. It's not really. Doesn't really work. He did object to my objection. I believe the defense is a point. They do have the right, every right, to perform the cross-examination, no matter who is testifying. I was quite looking forward to being part of this myself. Oh, I love courts. I only really read about the court proceedings in the Royal Library. The princess will not tolerate any reckless accusations towards the princess. Is that clear? Naturally, Your Honor. How am I going to cross-examine the princess? I'm going to frown for. Ow. Over just missed the sound effect? Ow. Huh. With barbecue sauce, and I mean, barbecue sauce can help cover up distasteful flavors. So yeah, probably. Now time to do our wolf fender proud and go over for Rockies. Have a good Rockies. What's gotten into the prosecutor? That seemed like a rather intense outburst. Well, I do have a guess. Oh? Because of the princess's status, it's possible Dragmar didn't have an opportunity to discuss her testimony with her. That might mean that this testimony is a surprise even to him. This could be my chance. Before I begin, there was just one thing that caught my attention. I believe the princess mentioned seeing some kind of glass bottle at the crime scene. That would be this, I presume. Why again are we only learning of this now? What the fuck is that? Oh, why yes, that's exactly it. What is that? Oh, this is the bottle of perfume that the father intended to give to Her Highness when she arrived. He quickly rode out of town to get it last moment. We didn't know what the princess was coming instead of the king until only about 2 hours before the visitation. Oh, how thoughtful. He really didn't need to bother with himself so. As fascinating as this all is, I believe the prosecution doesn't believe it is relevant to this case. Objection! Your Honor, it's good to have a full picture of the crime scene. The defense requests that the bottle be accepted in evidence. Yeah. Bah. Desperate to latch on to everything, little thing, aren't you? Whatever. You can add it to the evidence if it'll make you happy. No skin off of my teeth. Don't say that. I don't like that saying. I don't want to think about that. In any case, the court accepts this bottle into evidence. Now then, defense, begin your cross-examination. Yeah, Judge, I'd like to ask for a mistrial on the grounds that nobody here trial works. Okay, here we go. I heard a long line rant a little after 8 a.m. Yeah, I'm gonna press you for details. Hold it. If these guards were with Her Highness, why were they called as witnesses? We did question the guards, naturally. Apparently, they didn't get to see anything relevant. I was the only one to enter the crime scene. After seeing what was inside, I stood guard and insisted that no one be allowed inside until the Chica Force. That's a... Excuse me, what? What do you mean? That's awfully convenient, Zelda. Princess of Hyrule, if that is your real fucking name. What if this actually isn't Zelda? And what if this actually is not Zelda? I have read that preserving the scene is vital. That is insanely sus. Yeah, with the supposed murderer. Like, if she... Also, wait. That immediately contradicts what she just said, isn't it? Like, didn't she say that she saw... Like, when she opened the door, she saw Malin in the act of hacking the, like, Talon? So she decided to stay in the room? Thank you. Perfect, thank you. We have an objective vote now. Have at it. Quite correct. I'm sure the guards are absolutely thrilled with this order. Well, let's proceed with this. Have you conducted these royal visitations in the past, Your Highness? No. This was my first one. Up until last year, my father was always the one to visit Lon Ranch. However, he decided I had to start preparing for all the royal duties that await me, and so I was to do it this time. You will doubtlessly perform admirably as ruler when the time comes. What happened when you got to the ranch house? Objection! Objection! Bark, 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 bark! Point! And what then? Stop interrupting and let her get to the point. Defense! My belief was clear, but not badger and witness. I need to calm down. Here's mostly empty. There was a table with some kind of crystal bottle on top of it. You paid attention to something like that after seeing a murder a princess? Well, I spent a rather long time in there waiting for the Sheikah Force to arrive. Plus, that bottle is quite beautiful. It just stood out, you know? Just sparkled. But in front of the table, a terrifying scene was unveiling. The defendant hacked at the ranch owner's chest with the saw that she was holding. Yeah, that's extremely sus. You were there at the exact time of the murder, Your Highness. That is correct. Well, that's impossible. You're lying. The defendant will curb her outbursts. You're addressing royalty. This is really bad. What now? Oh, ooh! Accused Zelda's a crime! Yeah, that'll go over well. That'll go over real well. I kind of want to see it just to see. Should we try it just to see? Save state? You know what? Fair. Need to follow. Yeah. Zelda. Well, if you were there alone, how do you know you didn't do it? I choose you, princess. I'm pathetic. The defense is truly grasping at straws. You fool! You think a child could overpower a grown adult? One who does hard manual labor every day? Besides, why would the princess even want to take the life of a measly ranch owner? And not just any ranch owner. One that the crown had a most successful business relationship with. Idiotic! Simply idiotic! Well, you know, maybe the crown wanted the ranch for themselves. Has the defense lost its mind? Search this line of questioning immediately. Oh, I guess they're using they them pronouns for link. That's cool. I just noticed that. Perhaps a penalty this will disabuse the defense from further substantiated accusations. Oh, fuck, we have a health bar? No. No. Then perhaps the defense wants to bid farewell to their head. I hear traitors are dealt with swiftly these days. I extend my most sincere apologies. I don't know what came over me. Nonetheless, I believe the penalty is still very much warranted. Oh no. Oh, that was a stupid thing to say. There was definitely something off about a statement though. Yeah, can we ask for a new judge? Okay, ask about what was outside. Man, Slam, are you sure there wasn't anyone else at the ranch, Your Highness? No, the place looked empty. Although I did later see a worker pull up a wagon and the courier came about asking for the milk shipments. He caused a little bit of a scene when the Sheikah Force started inspecting it. And that worker must have been somewhere else in the ranch, I suppose. The ranch is pretty large. Said worker was built inside a building on the other side. It's quite understandable that she wouldn't have seen him until later. As this guy starts, ooh, Stardust Latte so nice. Meow. Thank you. This doesn't really give me a whole lot to work with. Alright, ask about the crime scene then. Or accuse Zelda again! No. Hi, Jazzix. Hi, welcome in. Where were the victim and the defendant at this time? The French owner was in front of the little table that was directly across the entrance door. The defendant was right in front of him and quickly fainted after her attack. A large pool of blood started forming where the victim went. But no, but then she even under this, like, she wouldn't have had time to wipe off the weapon then. Clearly, Elsa's a good girl. She just needed it. Yeah, I'm not gonna run off anywhere. Exactly. Don't. And I see you taking the opportunity to call me a good girl. Let's see what you're doing. I had a rather good view of the whole scene. Right. Just as unfortunate as it is fortunate, you could see the whole thing in such detail. Now then, please continue. I don't think I can press right now, but I want to press this. Ow! Alright, no, it's enough. Got beans for free, wow. Let's overcome its fear. I loved it. I love this. This is really cool. Are you sure you got a good look then, Your Highness? You didn't look away in panic? Huh! The princess was very brave to take control of the situation in the way that she did. There is no need to doubt what she saw. Yeah, I suppose what she did was admirable. If only we had arrived earlier. Your Highness, I don't blame yourself for this. If you'd arrived earlier, you could have been the one that got attacked. So you would have lashed out at anyone trying to stop you, huh? Despicable. Objection! That's not what she meant, and you know it. Princess, please go on. Very well. I heard that Tal and his daughter were incredibly kind. I cannot believe she would commit such a horrible act. Objection! She wouldn't. Case closed. Just trust your heart, Your Highness. You know Malin didn't do this. What nonsense. Her heart? What do her organs have to do with anything? Oh, of course. Evidence and testimony is to be damned just because we feel the defendant must be innocent. Oh, well, if you're sure, then I declare today's victim. Now you've gone senile, old man. Okay. It's a joke. Much like the arguments his defenses have been presenting. Wow. Have a good food time. This is a very good, like, on point Phoenix Wright writing. I can't believe the princess would lie like this. Yeah, it really is shocking. You don't believe her, right? No, but are you high? Malin, your hair is a little red. Even if she were the princess, that means nothing. I didn't do it. To trust authority or your best friend. I'll need something very concrete to disprove what the princess is saying. I've seen a face and I know what I must do. Okay, hold on. So, the bottle on top of it. What was the crystal bottle exactly? Ranch gift for the princess bought just before the crime found at the crime scene. This one found clutched by Malin at the crime scene. Supposedly she wiped the saw clean to this. Yeah, it seems really suspicious. I want to present the cloth here. I think is what I want to do. Oh, also, wow, they even I saw that this button was here, but like, yeah, they even have this. That's cool. All right, let's try. Yeah, that's true. Malin probably couldn't wipe off the blade while the princess was watching. But it's not entirely out of the question. There's something much more damning in this testimony. Oh, I shouldn't play all my cards this early. Okay, interesting. So it was like, right, but not all of it. Okay. scamming. Where's the milk left? Because we didn't actually get anything else added to the Oh, Phoenix Wright games, like each case can be like, depending, like 2 to 3-ish hours, I think. Like they're not overall they're like visual novel games, right? Like maybe like somewhere between 10 to 20 hours for a full game, possibly. I can't remember how long they actually took me when I was playing through them. Something was wrong. I opened the door to the ranch house on the side. Where it's mostly empty. There's a table with some kind of crystal bottle on top of it. Bennett hacked at the ranch owner's chest with the saw she was holding. The victim died of blood loss from no later than 8 a.m. Oh, this is like a this is a 14-year-old Zelda. Sorry, I don't mind repeating words and stuff. I'm talking about, like, that's why she looks. Why she's not adult Zelda, because she's just like is mid-years Zelda. How old are we then? I guess we're childhood friends with Malin, so we're now older than Zelda. In this. Yeah, I guess we're like 27. Interesting. Yeah. Whoa, oh shit, no, wrong button. When we had arrived earlier. Yeah, I feel like did she say the time directly though? I think that might be around how old Phoenix Wright is. I think so, because then in the 4th game, Apollo Justice, I think he's like in his mid-30s, because there's like another like time jump. Okay, so. Oh, yeah, we're right there. She did say the time. I forgot that she said the time. Yeah, so then literally she could not have seen him die because he would have already been dead. Pointing! Your Honor, Your Highness, I believe I have found something that doesn't quite match up with the facts. How dare you question that? Well, okay. Let the defense speak, prosecutor. Prosecutor! I think I see why you so desperately wanted to prevent this cross-examination now. Your Highness, you stated that after you arrived at the ranch shortly after 8 a.m., correct? Yes, the visit was scheduled for 8:30 exactly, but we were a bit early. I see. That makes something you mentioned quite impossible. As stated by the autopsy report, the victim definitely died before 8 a.m. Oh. You couldn't have seen the defendant attack the ranch owner because the victim was already dead by then. Order! Yes, you've really caught her in a lie. What is the meaning of this? While I wholeheartedly respect you and serve the crown, I will nonetheless not tolerate lies in my court. I have not lied. I suppose I did not see the exact moment it happened. I guess I only thought I did. I mean, false memories. For sure. I'll accept a false memory. I think this is why we should be lying in your testimony. Princess, this is a matter of life and death. I definitely saw the defendant there, though, along with the body. There was no one else there that could have done it. I remember all of the other details correctly. The body's on the floor, the pool of blood. You have to believe me. perhaps it'll be best if Her Highness revises her testimony. That's not good. There's still not enough doubt to overturn this testimony. Perjury! Audible gasp. Your Honor, the witness is unreliable. Zelda, you can't just go around doing that. You can't just lie. I have to find someone else, so this case will be over. Probably next thing is the tablecloth. Try for some wisdom, my ass. I know. What I actually saw. I'm sorry for embellishing the truth a little bit. I got so excited about being in a courtroom and all, you know. I did not see the actual moment of the attack. But it had to have happened shortly before I went into the ranch house. Miss Mel and her father were the only ones at the crime scene, so she must be the culprit. Yeah, just a little embellishment. Like, saw the crime scene after the fact, saw her literally murdering her father in cold blood. It's just a little embellishment. I would say you only saw the aftermath of the crime scene, not the actual crime scene being committed. Very well. Hopefully there were no more issues in your testimony this time. Defense, it is time for your cross-examination. Just a cute little silly embellishment. I'm so random. I like to embellish little things here and there. Like, it's one time I walked into her room and I saw this guy kill another guy. Oh, just random like that. I mean, it's naturally, Your Honor. Trevor still looks pretty angry. I bet he didn't expect such a blatant contradiction to pop up. I could just find another one like that. The princess's testimony would become completely untrustworthy in the ads. Don't bet on that. Oh, nice, Game Kika. That's awesome. What I actually saw. Okay, right. Hold it! Say you're sorry. Why'd you do that, Your Honor? There's a life on the line here. I really am sorry. I suppose I got... Yeah, that actually was her. That's what it was. She gets kind of excited about being a witness in a murder trial. Oh my god, yeah, Bunny, yeah, right? This is like full. I think it's like a couple hours long at most. It might only be this case, I'm not sure. But this is a very faithful, like, Phoenix Wright crossover for Zelda. It's, yeah. Also, hi, Bunny. Nice to see you. Really now? Most people hate testifying. Objection. Your Honor. She's dumb. She shouldn't like being testifying in the court. Yes, well, the life of a princess is rather boring, you know? This is quite the break from the routine for me. Can I just get a hobby then? Objection! Nuh-uh! I did not see the actual moment of the murder attack. Oh no, she's not like the other girls. In that case, it can't be conclusively proven that the defendant did it. Objection! No one enjoys court. Your Honor, you don't even want to be here. Defense, did you just exhaust your singular brain cell on the last contradiction you found? There's a death mountain's worth of evidence pointing to the defendant. Just because no one saw the actual moment of the crime doesn't mean anyone else could have done it. I think you're making a death mountain out of a death molehill. Wow. Yeah, Legend of Phoenix. Yeah, I'm really loving this. I have the link. If anybody interested in playing this, I have the link for it in the pins. This just came out 2 days ago. I think the OST is also like available if you want to get it too. I saw. I think it is. I know the finger wag. The finger wags are so good. It happened shortly before I went to the ranch house. How can you be so sure of that, Princess? Well, when I entered the ranch house, the victim still had the murder weapon embedded into his body. Oh. Is that so? Wait. What? Wait. That's... No, Zelda. No. Oh, really? Is that so? Is that fucking so? It's obviously what that means, is it not? The killer did not even have enough time to try to hide the weapon. Surely wouldn't have been able to, like, wipe the weapon off even, because it was in the body. Why are you looking like that, prosecutor? Yes, I might not have seen the murder firsthand, but I must have been very close to doing so. Oh my. That seems like a very important detail. I think it would be advisable for Her Highness to amend her testimony. So it wasn't in Malon's... Yeah, it wasn't in Malon's hand. Oh, well, Rageful, technically, the prosecution didn't have a chance to, or wasn't able to actually interview Zelda before this, so he has no idea because she's a princess. He can't. Interesting. Dragmire certainly doesn't look very happy about this development, does he? Thinking about it, I might just know why. Therefore, the victim has 0 blood! The murder victim is still stuck into the victim's body after all. I know, he's just so shook. That doesn't necessarily mean my client was the one doing it, though. What if someone else snuck in before Malon and the princess arrived? Well, I suppose... Yeah, I guess so. Oh. Well, on that ranch is surrounded by high walls. The only way is through a self-locking gate. Or just jump a horse over, I guess, sometimes. Not very many people have a key in that gate. See that gate. Just a personal and a crown. Well, someone could have forced their way in. Halt! Bah! If you wish to propose such a possibility, you must substantiate it with evidence. Do you have any proof that another person showed up at the ranch before the princess? No. Before the princess? No. No, because no. No, we don't. I don't think we do. I don't have anything of the sort. There must be another angle I can attack this from. Very well, witness. Since the defense has widely chosen to remain silent, please continue your testimony. Ingo was there, but Ingo... Wait, but Ingo... They've already kind of ruled out that Ingo was too far away and wouldn't have been able to... Like, has an alibi. Are you sure that Malon was the only person there other than the victim? From what I recall, there was an upstairs room at the ranch. What if someone was hiding there? Objection! Don't be stupid, defense. If someone's hiding up there, Sheikah first would have found them. I know, I hate Ingo too. It's so Ingo. I just stood guard at the door the entire time. No one could have left. What if they jumped out a window? Don't be ridiculous. Those windows are really high up. Actually, those windows can't even be open. They'd have to break one to leave. Oh, right. What if they're still not there now, sleeping? Your Honor, we had to go for day 2. I requested a recess the trial so we can get more evidence, and I can actually get evidence, because I wasn't allowed to get any evidence. Well, this is a little more plausible than last testimony she gave. Yes, I suppose it matches the detective's account, doesn't it? Still, I feel like there's something here that sticks out like a sore thumb. Your Honor, the suspect may be cozy. They may be sipping hot chocolate as we speak. Ranch house. Okay, this is the one though. I'm pretty sure if this is true, then there's no way that she could have done this. Objection! Your Honor, what the fuck? I believe I found another reason to doubt the witness's words. It seems the prosecution sees what I'm getting at here. There was a bloody cloth discovered at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has argued before that it was used to wipe the saw clean. If the princess saw the blood lodged, or if the princess saw the saw lodged into Talon's body and the crime scene is left intact, then it couldn't have been wiped. The fuck? Well, Prosecutor Dagmar, care to explain? most perplexing. Oh, goodness. Your Highness, are you sure that's what you saw? Objection. Well, maybe the princess decided to pull this out in a futile attempt to save the victim. And then wipe the blade clean. Oh, almost like throwing the defendant. Of course I didn't know such thing. I made sure the crime scene stayed intact. I guess I must have made up the memory of the saw sticking out of Mr. Talon as well. Sorry, I'm just so silly. I'm so random. XD glumps you. I just make up things. You idiotic girl. Well, you're finding yourself in the dungeon now. Good job, Dagmar. What? How dare you speak to me that way? You realize what you've done through your bumbling? I'm sorry. I was just so excited to stand as a witness in court, you know, just this once. Whenever I tried telling my father about anything, he's always seemed so disinterested. Just this once, I wanted to feel listened to. The defendant it is clear that she did it. I just wanted to play a larger part in her capture. Meh. I am sorry for the trouble I have caused you all. Your Highness, the court is no place for silly games. As it stands, I'm afraid we'll have to strike your statements from the court record completely. Yes! We did it! The prosecution lost their key witness. Yeah! Yippee! Just evidence. I'm so random, XD. I know it is. It is. Your Honor, I'd like to submit into evidence this piece of paper that I just drew right now, saying that the defendant totally did it and is totally guilty of the crime. I just found it right now on the floor. So weird about that, huh? Anyways, here you go. No, wait, please wait. I have more to say. I was wrong about the crime scene, but I still have not testified about what I saw afterwards. Bah. Why would you care about that? It's best that you leave and stop damaging my case with your idiocy. Your Honor, shut the fuck up. You weren't even there. Even if you are not interested in my words, you might at least be interested in the evidence of it. Why are you? What do you mean the evidence you found? Why didn't Impa have it? What? Oh wow, the prosecution didn't even have anything there. Huh? Evidence. Of course. While Ishika first investigated inside the ranch, I looked around the rest of the ranch on my own. Ishika, did you know about this? Of course I did. What? You did? Oh. I'll have your head for this. Okay, I really wasn't expecting her to just pull out random evidence when I made that joke a second ago. What was the evening of this detective? Why have you found this in the evidence? The court, I can't speak. It's quite simple. I simply do not like that guy. Also, the princess specifically requested to present her finding on her own. What? And you agreed to this? The court is not some playground where children decide when evidence should be presented just because they have a crown. That's my job. Only the defendant is forced to knock at the evidence, not me. He's being rude about it, but I can't help it with Dragmar. Yeah, I mean, this is most irregular. Also, I don't really buy this story. There's no way Impa would have allowed this. Believe me, I wasn't thrilled with their request either. However, after seeing the evidence in question, I didn't think it would be all that important with the case. Oh my, oh! at Zelda, she's heartbroken. Thus, I let the princess have her fun. This is highly irregular. This is most irregular. Yes, indeed. I'm not sure how to feel about this, prosecutor. Naturally, I object to this nonsense. Nice work, Lace. But if the detective thinks it's irrelevant, then this is probably just a waste of time. All the evidence points to the defendant. It's still clear that she did it, even without a witness at the scene. I see. Your defense? What do we do? If we object to presenting the evidence, then Dragmar loses his key witness. Plus, whatever the princess presents could be bad for our case, too. So we should agree with the prosecution? Well, on the other hand, we don't really have much to go on. This could be our only lead left. Well, don't keep us waiting! Surely, you won't throw away all your progress you've made thus far. What do I do? I want it. I want it. I want... Woof! Woof! I want the evidence. Give me. Like, eat it. I really hope this is the right choice. Wait, I wonder if this was like... Also, you can probably hear those fireworks going off, can't you? I want to eat the evidence. What if the evidence is tasty? We don't know yet. It could be. I'm going to turn down my microphone sensitivity a bit more. There we go. The defense requested the evidence be presented. I want to see it. What? Ow. Hi, Cav. While I agree that the situation is irregular, yes, we all agree that how Lace described this situation was the correct way. It is irregular. We should still examine all evidence available. Hi, Princess Cav. Look, there's a princess on trial right now. It would be silly to dismiss it as irrelevant without even seeing what it is. Princess! I believe you have a point, defense. However, I must warn you. In order to admit this piece of evidence into the court record, the princess's statement that she found it somewhere away from the scene has to be admitted as testimony. Yes, Your Honor, I am well aware. The defense wishes to give the princess just one more chance. Of all the idiotic, foolish... Order. Very well then. Your Highness, please testify once more about the new piece of evidence you found during your investigation. Thank you. I won't let you down this time, I promise. Princess should understand the gravity of the situation by now. I just hope this new evidence isn't damaging to our case. We'll find out. Yeah, Kev, do you want to go on trial? Wow. Hi, Madeline. I wish to express my most heartfelt apologies for the mistakes in the earlier testimony. On entering the Upon entering the ranch house, I saw the defendant pass out in front of the victim, who was bleeding out. I stood guard at the entrance of the ranch house until the Sheikah force arrived. Once the Sheikah started investigating the crime scene, I decided to take a look around the ranch. While I was walking near the silo, I noticed a strong odor in the air. I had to stop to see where it was coming from. I followed the scent and found the burnt out fire nearby and a small, nearly empty bottle of liniment oil. I, of course, took the bottle straight to the head detective. Why did you sound not confident about that? And here it is. Remember in Twilight Princess when we had oil? Remember that? Do you remember? There you go. Oil bottle we found. Uh, is something wrong? Oh no, this might actually be completely irrelevant. Shit. Yes, very well. Of course there is, you foolish girl. This has nothing to do with anything. Your great finding with some random fire on a branch, please. What's next? Are you going to declare every rake on the premises suspicious? Well, yeah, oh no. You can eat the oil. Yeah, I'll save some for you. The prosecution will come down. This is bad. Your Honor, despite the fact that this evidence might not seem to add anything at the moment, the defense still asserts its right to cross-examination. Some straws have been grasped. Objection! Why must you insist on this charade, defense? The princess has merely recounted the same view of this crime scene as the head detective. You haven't been able to find any contradictions in her statements. I believe there might be a way to tie the princess's new evidence into the case. Ridiculous! What the fuck do you mean, like? Again, how dare you accuse the princess altogether? You foolish, idiotic, good-for-nothing girl! He's so dramatic. Regardless of what the prosecution thinks, the defense does have a right to cross-examination. The court admits the oil bottle into the evidence. I just really hope this isn't a complete waste of time, the defense. For both your own sake and your clients. Oh. Yeah, me too. My findings. I wish Shakespeare's my apologies. Yeah, hold it. Apologize more. Objection. There's no need to press it. It's not an apology. Okay, fair. Okay. You already wasted the chance to throw out her testimony. Most defense, please get to the point. Yikes. Yeah, I totally agree with Gannon on that one, yeah. You're right. Objection, Your Honor. She needs to apologize for. Okay, our phone entered around just so that the film passed out. Okay, I'm gonna press this. It's also gonna get angry about, I guess, probably. Was there anything else in the room? Only the beautiful little crystal bottle I mentioned before. The house was rather barren. It's almost like, how are they not spending all the money that everybody clearly has on all the things? It's so weird. It's like they didn't have enough money? What? Most of my things on the top floor. It's just the downstairs room is mostly for the ranch businesses these days. And the occasional game. Yeah, of course. Dad's doing his cookie game. Oh, God. The good old days. Hold it. So you is the defense done reminiscing? There will be plenty of time to do that when the defense is behind bars. I was just trying to distract myself from the fact that there's nothing to latch on to here. I know this is such a mess. Just like any teenage game. They're guarded at the entrance to the Chic Air Force ride. Yep. Hold it! Did anything happen during that time? No. Not that I recall. The guards did occasionally protest and asked me to let them take over, but I held my stance. While commendable in theory, staying in the same room as a dangerous killer isn't very wise. What if she woke up and lashed out at you? Must read highly above. I thought that thought didn't occur to me. Bah! Of course not. Foolish girl. But the guards did see close by. I would have been safe. Wonderful to see how much faith our princess has in her royal guard. yes, of course I do. Why wouldn't I? In any case. I can't. Once Ashika started investigating the crime scene, I decided to take a look around the ranch. You didn't just go home? The royal visitation was supposed to last a bit longer, or a lot longer even. Father was not expecting us back at the castle until much later. You know how angry Father can get. I came to the ranch to examine the courses, so I supposed I could at least do that in the meantime. Hi, Save File! Hi, how's it going? Yeah, right? This only came out like 2 days ago. It just happened on a trailer, and it's like holy shit. Hi, Chin. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, this is cool. How long did it take for the Sheikah to arrive at the scene? It doesn't take very long to make the trip from Hyrule Castle to Lon Lon Ranch, especially if you're backflipping or like running backwards or side hopping. Side hopping is like a really good method of transportation. We've been training all our guards in side hopping lately. I can't imagine it took more than 20 minutes. Wow, that's actually a really long time. Wait, I mean, it's right there. I guess like time passes fast in Ocarina of Time, doesn't it? That is pretty fast. Although I imagine the fact that Princess was involved helped speed it up. Slowpokes. I would be there in half that time. Running. I was making a joke. Good joke. Good joke. This game is good jokes. I really really appreciate this game so much. The competition, holy shit. Yeah, through a snowstorm both ways. I suppose it's no surprise though. Hylian horses are naturally inferior to our fine Gerudo steeds. The Gerudo by a bench, horse from a bench too. You just don't bother. He's trying to rally you up. Oh, my horses. Thank you, Shanai Seafell. And Translate. I was walking near the salad, and there was a strong chord in the air. Oh yeah, Art from Dawn. Yeah, you can use for like a couple bits, you can use one of the things, your Gigantify emote. Like that. What was it smell like? Oh, it was awful! Such a really terrible stench. Like, goodness, people really use this to burn their fires? Surely you don't mean to say that you found the smell of a horse when you're suspicious. Don't be ridiculous. I smell it not coming from the horses. I followed the scent and found a burnt-out fire nearby and a small, nearly empty bottle of lamp oil. Oh, a fire, huh? Now, let me remind you, Defense, that there's any number of reasons why a fire could have been there. You can still feel the cold grasp of death early in the morning. Princess, how long would you estimate that the fire had been out before you found it? Oh, right. Oh, that's very important. Yeah, there was still smoke rising out of the ashes, so it must have been put up recently. So around the time of the crime. Objection! So someone prepared their breakfast there. I repeat, this fire is irrelevant. I think he realized the same thing I did. Well, where was it? Who could have lit that fire anyway? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It would have to have been the ranch worker who was putting the milk shipments together at the time. It was almost certainly him. If you really want to ask about his little barbecue, you might as well just get your wish list soon. Doesn't sound like it was very appetizing. But without anything concrete to pin on him, he'll be able to just brush it off. I, of course, took the bottle straight to the head detective. Okay, yeah, so that previous one is definitely where we need to present something. Right, and she allowed you to present it. Well, I was the one to find it, and And since I was gonna go to the trial anyways, you know, also finders keepers. Utter ridiculousness! Yes, well, please make this last time you like this, Your Highness. Ow! Renata, meow. Ow, meow. Corporate procedures exist for a reason. Yes, I understand. No, wait. No, wait, I'm not done yet. I wanted to present something. Wait. Judge, fuck off. Objection, Your Honor. I'm still talking. It doesn't seem like you're getting much closer to finding a connection between this fire and the crime scene at all. Oh, what? But I have this... Oh, no, I suppose not, Your Honor. Naturally, I've just said this is a waste of time from the beginning. In that case, this cross-examination is over. Hi, Sarah. What is your time, Your Highness? I assume you have no more revelations to share with us? No, I do not. No more random XD. I really thought the fire would be important. Well. Leave my sight! Enough. Your Highness, if you'd allow me to escort you back to Hyrule Castle. Very well. Meow, squish, meow, meow. Now that the princess's little game is over, we should move this along. Prosecution's stance is still the same, of course. We maintain that the evidence on its own is enough to convict the defendant. I'm nearly ready to hand out my verdict. Yep. Objection! But, Your Honor, there's nothing that definitively shows that Malin committed the crime. This is all circumstantial. There's no way she could have killed her own father. Yeah, you're right. That's an excellent point, defense. Never mind. She's innocent. The prosecution is yet to elaborate on the defense's motive. Yes. Patricide is not something a person commits lightly. I did briefly touch upon the subject during my opening statement. But, naturally, the prosecution is fully prepared to elaborate on the matter. I would like to call in my third witness. It has to be the ranch worker. Before calling him in, though, the prosecution requests a brief recess to prepare. I thought you said you were already prepared. Maybe he wants to double check that his new test witness won't pull anything weird like the princess did. Very well. I believe a break would benefit us all. Yeah, me too. The court will reconvene after a 15-minute recess. Court is adjourned. I'm gonna be brief for ads. March 17th, 11:17 a.m. Hyrule Grand Court. Defendant, lobby number 3. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna BRB for an ad. And also the rest of my voice for like a second. Well, really just make sure I keep drinking water because there's a lot of dialogue, so I'm probably not drinking as much water as I should. But yeah, ad. We're back. Oh, it's not going all that well, is it? No, I think we're about as well as it could have actually, given the circumstances. We exposed the worst of the princess's testimonies untrue. I can't believe she just makes stuff up like that. What a bitch. Fuck. Thought she was keeping voice. Good. Romhack of Theseus. If a romhack replaces all features of the game, it's a still the same game. There are absolutely some SM64 romhacks that you could argue are no longer the same game. Yeah, that was surprising. Still, the issue is that we didn't manage to shake the core of the argument. If there was anyone else in the house. Now. This is no need to look so long. Oh, what is this? Oh, Ifa. Detective, aren't you supposed to be escorting the princess back? Oh, the carriage is being prepared. I thought I'd drop by in the meantime. You've really managed to make the Dragmire furious, you know that. I have? You listen carefully. You might just be able to hear him ranting over there in the prosecutor's lobby. He's really giving his upcoming witness a grilling. Expecting to try to shut you down as fast as he can. Well, that would be worrying if I had anything you could shut down in the first place, I guess. Oh, but you do. What do you mean? Oh, come on now. I'm talking about the princess's grand discovery, of course. The fire? That's... I wasn't able to do anything with that. You really think it's relevant? Don't get me wrong. At present, I am convinced the girl did it. We investigated and came to this conclusion for a reason. But I am willing to explore every possibility. That fire is definitely a bit strange, and I dare say it may be your only way out of this. If I may be so bold, I think you should press next witness on that topic hard. As the only other person working on the ranch at that time, he is the only one who could have lit that fire. If he is hiding something, I think the court deserves to know. It too, Seahorsey? It too? Yeah, it too. I mean, her eyes are probably bloodshot from all the crying. Pressing hard. Ayo. Ayo. The thing is, the next testimony is about the motive. It's going to be difficult to bring out the fire again without Dragmar objecting. You'll have to make it work. As much as I don't like it, she's right. There really isn't a whole lot else to go on here. Well, yeah, thank you. Don't mention it. One last thing. You, ranch girl. Me? Trying not to hold that testimony against the princess. Believe me, I am sure she was acting with the best intentions in mind. You know the road to the dark realm was paved with those, right? Perhaps. It was definitely a serious lapse of judgment. One she will live to regret. Part of this comes from the fact that she's rather sheltered and inexperienced. After the sudden death of her older sister last year, she was thrust into the role of an heir very suddenly. Wait. Is this not the Zelda from Ocarina of Time? Is that what we're doing here? That this is not the Zelda from Ocarina of Time? This is like her little sister? That's right. The mysterious death of the firstborn. That's no wonder she looks different. Oh, damn. The mysterious death of the firstborn Princess Zelda. Hyrule still grieves after they went to that day. And yet, no one knows exactly what happened. In the void of information, conspiracy theories run amok. People blaming the royal guard, the Sheikah, even the king himself. There she is. Wait! Yeah, that Zelda wasn't our Zelda. That's why she looked different. Mooded. Skyrim. For a kingdom with a history as turbulent as ours, it's a lot to handle. Hi, Starspire! The princess's conduct today probably won't help the distrust some people have of the crown right now, though. She was wise beyond her years. She will learn, and she will do better. I simply ask you not think of her as an enemy, whatever comes to this trial. She does not need more than she already has. She's so intense. I never expect to see Impa get so emotional. Because all this is why she decided to take the blame for the princess's impromptu investigation. Detective Impa. What is it, soldier? I'm quite busy at the moment, so please be quick. The investigation team is back at the ranch. It's just sent word of a new development. Something about a milk shipment being returned to the ranch because of a wrong recipient address. They're asking you to come over and see it. Oh, those idiots. I don't have time for this. Send someone else. I have to escort the princess to the castle. Roger. That did remind me, though. I took this bottle of milk from a couple of guards who were slacking on the job earlier. Here, ranch girl. Perhaps it'll help calm your nerves somewhat. Not to worry, it's still unopened. Oh, thank you? Also, Did you just tell me that the guards were stealing from our ranch? That's nice of her. Too bad for those guards, though. I know, just gliding the model in and out. Now then, I believe the princess's carriage should be prepared by now. If you'll excuse me. Impa, out. Zoop. Wait, did she become... Oh. 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 I think I'm so nervous right now. Milk has just lost its flavor. Huh? Lost its flavor? But Lala milk is always so tasty. Are you sure it's just the nerves? Lala milk is the best milk you can get anywhere this side of Hyrule. And for the low price of $4.99, how could you say no? Let me try some. Uh-huh. You're right. I assumed this would have come from one of yesterday's shipments. Probably. With an investigation at the ranch, there wouldn't be any today's, so... Maybe it just isn't fresh? No, I don't think so. It doesn't really taste as if it's gone bad. Also, the guard said that one of yesterday's shipments was misaddressed, didn't he? And this was all handled by Ingo, wasn't it? I think there's something odd going on. I'd better make record of some notes about this in the court record. Note about the shipment's record. Return. But the shipment! Are these shipments fresh? Is milk fresh? Defense! The court is about to reconvene! Escort your client to the court at once! Okay. So it comes down to this. Did she become Zelda after her oldest sister died, or were they both named Zelda? I think they were both named Zelda. I think all the women in Hyrule are just named Zelda? Or like in the royal lineage, maybe? Maybe Zelda's... Oh, wait. What if Zelda's not her first name? What if it is just a title? But then Princess Zelda would be like saying Princess? Or Prince... Like... Cute Link facing through the courtroom and seeing the entire kingdom in movement. Your Honor... Your Honor, objection! I'm gonna prove this case once and for all by moon jumping, and pulls it as hook shot and starts flying around. Conclusions emerging. Time to turn the situation around. I got my health back. Yay. Princess Zelda's a chai tea of royalty. The court is back in session for the trial of Malin of Lon Ridge. I trust the prosecution's final witness is ready. Naturally, I have personally seen that there will be no foolishness this time around. Hopefully his ears are correct. As we discussed before the recess, having established the opportunity and means of the defendant to have committed the murder, only one matter remains. The matter of motive. For, naturally, such a heinous crime couldn't be the result of mere happenstance. The prosecution believes that the defendant had a deep desire to push her to patricide. Our next witness can shed light on the matter. Los Angeles of Anaheim. Objection, Your Honor. Perry's dragging Mark with the bottle. Impossible. Rules received. Prosecution calls his work Earthworker Ingo to the stand. Okay. It's funny to see Mr. Ingo in such fancy clothes. Oh? Yeah, he almost always just wears his work dungarees. Well, thank you, Johnny. Hi, Johnny. Whee! It's almost like looking at a different person. That's a curious thing to say. Well, I guess he wanted to dress up for the court, and he wouldn't want to get his nice outfit dirty by working in it. Quiet, defense! I was just talking to myself. Witness, state your name and occupation. Okay, God, can I try to do the voice I want to try to do? Hold on. Your Honor, it's a great honorable prosecutor. My name is Ingo. I am my Lon Ranch. Oh, hi, Sky. Wait, what is this? Oh, ice cream. Thank you. Mind? What does that entail exactly? I'm mostly there to work on the structures and equipment. I'm gonna lose my voice doing this, aren't I? This might be a bad idea. The owner and his daughter are the ones who tend the animals and take care of the orders. How long have you been working at the ranch? Oh, at least several years at this point. There have been others who come and went, but I, Ingo, have preserved through all the hardships. Sounds like he wants a medal for it. Well, he does get a bit pompous at times, but Mr. Ingo is a really great help. He built the ranch's silo single-handedly. Whoa, that's some dedication. I know, I'm falling off Doofenshmirtz first and going to Scooby-Doo. I know, I can feel it. Very well. Given that you're clearly an important employee, you are privy to some insider information. Is that correct? Yes, the ranch owner shared all the big plans with me. He trusted me implicitly. He used to say we're like a big family. That sounds lovely. That sounds like a red flag. You're going to be getting loads of paid overtime. Metal Gear. Evidently, not every member of your so-called family felt the same way, though, did they? Oh, it hurts to do this, but I have no choice. Hear my story, Honorable Court of Law. Metal Gear? No way. Huh. The matter of motive. Also, let me eat my ice cream. Just a couple of days ago, the owner, Talon, partly signed the ranch over to his daughter, Malin. Wait, what? Okay, so Malin got something? Oh, thank you for the sub, Prime Jazz Nocturne. Thank you. And good night. Good night, Jazz X. Good night, good night. I'm eating ice cream. Biplane cosplay? Wow, I see it, yeah. They're trying to take off. Just a couple of days ago, the owner, Talon, partly signed the ranch over to his daughter, Malin. Talon became a life tenant, with Malin meant to inherit all the assets after his death. Oh, as long as Talon lived, Malin could not sell the ranch. It's simple, isn't it? The guild killed Talon to get full ownership and leave the dingy ranch life behind. Oh, it's appalling how ungrateful she is after all the Talon did for her. Yeah, do you want some ice cream? Yeah, please go for it. Here. It's like s'mores ice cream. Campfire s'mores. Ow. And there you have it. Testimony from the man who just lost everything. It's truly tragic to witness yet another family torn apart by greed. We have evidence, we have the defendant caught red-handed at the scene of the crime, and now we have a motive. Objection! How do we know he's telling the truth? I have, of course, verified the witness's testimony. As per law, all inheritance documents must be filed at the Castle Town Notary office to be considered valid. I saw fit to prepare this for the trial. The prosecution would like to submit Lon Ranch inheritance document into evidence. And yeah, another thing that we're only finding out right now. Mr. Ingo, why would you... Oh, you should pass judgment now, Judge. The defense has nothing. Objection, I have something. I'd like to cross-examine a witness. There are a few more details that I feel are relevant. Yeah, it didn't lead with that.
Well, but of course. Ask whatever you'd like. I, the hard-working Ingo, can handle it.
Uh-huh. Verbal defense. Please begin. Well. Oof. Never tried any more interesting type. Ow! Yeah, Art. I got you, Art. Ow. Alright. How long ago was this exactly? 3, 4 days?
I'm not exactly sure of the date.
Had it been planned for a long time?
Oh, Talon was getting on in years. Better to take care of the matter sooner rather than later, eh?
Melon? He's telling the truth. My father scheduled a visit to the notary office about a week ago. What do you mean by partly, witness? So Malin hadn't become the ranch owner yet.
Wah! Of course not. Haven't you heard all the stories making rounds recently? So many ungrateful brats throwing their old folks into their homes and the moment their ownership signed to them. Talon was no fool. I myself convinced him that it was a safer option.
Oh, well, fuck you.
If the girl's up to some chicanery, he can always refer to his decision.
That's horrible. I would never do that.
As much as like to believe that, you did much worse by killing him. Children these days, you feed them, you raise them, and they pull a stunt like this as soon as you give them an inch over yourself.
Wow. Why is Luigi on trial? Hi, Ivy.
I must concur.
The younger generation is horrible. It's bad track, but fuck off. Why does he look at me while saying that? Your Honor, he's guilty of being a boomer. Your Honor, I object. Eat the rich. Yeah, he's not rich. He works at a farm. And he's like probably ploying to get the money. This is all gonna come down to like he wants the inheritance for himself, right? So he like devised a way to like get Malin out of the picture so he can take over the ranch and get everything for himself. Yeah. That's what's going on here. Your Honor, nuh-uh.
Anyway, what I meant was,
that's how live. Malin could not sell the ranch. Oh, is the wires not working? Maybe the audio file might be moved. I'll have to fix it later. I had to reset my computer, so there might be some stuff that's like still brokenish. Oh no, it was there. No, it works. Maybe they're just quiet. Maybe it's just too quiet. But why would Malin want to sell the ranch right now?
why wouldn't she want to? Why would a pretty girl like her want to work on some dingy ranch?
Ingo worked there her whole life. What the fuck are you talking about?
She'd have it much better. She's just sold the old place and used the money to move to Castletown.
That's not true. I love working with the animals. I wouldn't leave them for anything.
Wah! Wah! She's often slacking on the job. I, the hard-working Ingo, have to cover for her.
Wait, what? Oh, is there a channel point prediction? What this? What this? What this? Oh. Will Malin be found innocent? That's a fair one. I guess include in the okay, for that channel prediction, include that like if I fail and she's found guilty, that would be mean that she's found guilty. So if I mess up bad enough. Or if that's actually how it goes. Because I mean it might not go that way. Like, you never know. Could also do who's the culprit. We could also do who's the culprit. Yeah, maybe it could be like actually, Sky, yeah, if you want to do that, you could do a vote, like a multi-channel point one, be like, okay, who do we think did it? Do we think like Ingo did it? Do we think that, I mean, mysterious third person did it? Do we think that Dragmire did it? Like literally, like Ganondorf is fucking Ganondorf right there. Or Malon. Yeah, like is Ganondorf someone behind it? Like I wouldn't put it past him. Right? Ice cream.
I guess the connect doesn't fall far from the tree, as I say. That Talon loved to sleep on the job, too.
Well, I do recall a quite fun story about a London ranch owner blocking the side entrance to Castletown for an entire day once. The guards couldn't wake him up. I think a particularly vocal cuckoo, apparently.
Ah, jeez. Oh, the Ruddy Man, yeah.
Well, there you go. I am the real reason why the ranch has such renown. Me, the hard-working Ingo.
Link, that's not true at all. I know, but how do I stop this? Hold it. I mean, yeah. Do you really think Malon would go that far?
I don't want to think it, but clearly the evidence, the events speak for themselves, don't they?
Why wouldn't she just wait a few more years then?
Oh, it's getting old. Maybe perhaps she knew more and more of work would be piling on her. But really, how am I supposed to know? Ask her.
New prediction app. Okay, yeah, there you go. Who's the real culprit? Well, Malon didn't want to work. Wouldn't she have done this earlier? As Talon's only child, she'd still inherit the ranch.
That's where you're wrong.
Long while, Talon planned to split the ranch between the girl and the crown.
He was a patriotic man. He knew how much those horses meant to the royal guard. I wish he hadn't changed his mind now.
Wait, is this true? Yeah, his father's previous inheritance document did work that way. How admirable. I guess familial bonds won over this drive to help the kingdom. Truly a shame. Interesting. Okay. How convenient that whereas before his death it would have led to the farm going to her and to Hyrule. Now it's all going to her. But with her going to be put on trial, it's all now probably going to go to Ingo. Hi, Zoe.
Yes, naturally, the girl wanted the whole thing, so she bided her time.
I think this sufficiently explains the timing. Let's continue, shall we? Hi, how you doing, Zoe? Yeah, I honestly, we can't really rule out that Talon's dead. Loftring right. Wait just a moment. There's one more problem with the timing I'd like to witness explain. Why wouldn't Malon have planned the murder for the day of the royal visitation specifically? More people around means more witnesses. You'd think that she would have chosen any other day. Literally any, yeah.
Oh, did I forget to mention this? I overheard Talon arguing with her that very morning. He was telling her he'd changed his mind again.
What is Talon tripped? Yeah. So this is actually being done in... Yeah, this is actually being done in the Ocarina of Time engine. This game is playable on a cartridge. You can take an Ocarina of Time cartridge, you can patch it, and you can play this on original hardware. And it's actually, like, meant... It's been, like, tuned and is meant to do that, first and foremost. Like, that's the best experience, I think. Yeah, very good. This is... Zoe, this is really, really good. It has... Yeah, well, it has the, like, the transfer pack, which is the like, thing that attaches to an N64 controller that you can put in a Game Boy cartridge in. I don't know where. Somewhere.
He was planning to tell the king that he'd be signing the ranch over to the crown. After the visitation was over, He'd head to Castletown to change the inheritance back to the original split.
Wait, what? But he was just in Castletown. What do you mean? What? Wait. That doesn't make any sense. Hi, Pet Yuki.
Hi, yeah, I'm a puppy.
How you doing? Also, thank you for the sub, Helia. Yeah, this is really good. Despite the victim's wishy-washiness, it would appear he didn't make the right choice in the end. And because of that choice, if the defendant wanted to get the ranch, she had no time to waste that day. Is this true, too? Absolutely not. Your father wasn't planning to do that, and there was no argument either. What do I do about this argument, then? Add it. I'm a girly pup. There was an argument about the inheritance. That's something an important fact to me. The defense requested be added to testimony.
Very well. Witness, please do so. I'd be happy to, Your Honor.
Press more. About what time did this happen? First thing in the morning. I was heading out to the silo to start today's work. Ryan just walked out to the front door. It does kind of go into Scooby-Doo voice, doesn't it? Very easy territory to fall into.
When I heard the yelling right behind me.
Wow. Thank you. Do you remember any specifics about what was said?
Oh, yes. It surprised me enough that I stopped listening for a minute. Or stopped to listen. It was all like,
Oh, I'm real sorry, but the most important thing is to make sure that the king always have a steady supply of quality horses.
I don't care. What about me, father? How can you do this to me?
No, this isn't about you. This is for the good of the entire kingdom.
But what am I supposed to do? I can't move up in life and I'm stuck in this dump of a ranch forever.
I love the ranch. All the animals here, and Ingo's always around to help out with all the chores. Too, he's pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah, Ingo's awesome, but I still hate you for this. This isn't over.
Oh, hell yeah, Zoe. Me too. Also, big me too.
What a stirring reenactment.
I will keep my thoughts on the witness's acting skills to myself. There's no way this actually happened, though. Mal would never want to sell the ranch.
Objection! Well, of course she said that now, you buffoon. Remember, she's under suspicion for murder. We can't trust a thing she says.
Well, I trust her, but the judge probably doesn't right now, and that's unfortunately what matters. Do I have anything in a court record that can refute this story? If you ask me, this whole inheritance issue could have been avoided. The crown wasn't so soft.
In the Gerudo Desert, there would have been no question that the fortress may seize whatever it desires.
That's just messed up. The fuck are you talking about, Dragmire?
No matter, continue your testimony, Firmhand. Share with us the true nature of the defendant.
Oh, it's appalling how grateful she is after all the talent did for her. Okay, hold on. So. Milk shipment. Ranch due to being misaddressed. Yeah, so that's not relevant yet. That's not relevant yet. He was unable to divide the deed between the crown and the remaining employees. And the remaining employees. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, no. So this gives Ingo a stake in the ranch. But we do have this to show, I guess. Of like, she liked working at the ranch. A smarmy man who works on the ranch, usually in his work clothes, but he's dressed up nicely for court. Okay, I'll press this last one, then maybe I know where to press.
No, you hold it. That man gave everything for her.
Wow.
She's gotten so many expensive presents over the years. Just look at that gold necklace she's wearing. That man spoiled her rotten. I think I saw another present he was meaning to give her on the very day she was killed.
Another gift? Oh, right, no, that's the actual thing to press.
Why, yes, I believe a little perfume bottle. And it was horrible. Tal was such a kind man. What happened to him is despicable.
You give me the option to add testimony, which makes me want to do that. Yes, sir, that's not... You don't get to object. What are you talking about? I wonder where his work clothes are and in what condition they are. Exactly my thought, Shanti. I wonder if that fire has anything to do with anything. Bye, Arfman. Thank you for coming by today. I appreciate it. It was nice to hang out with you. Have fun being gay. Point of order. Objection. Don't worry about it. Okay, add it. Let's add it. Your Honor, the defense wishes to add a statement about the perfume to the testimony.
Objection. Bah, what are you doing, trying to implicate the defendant even harder?
I think it's an important detail.
Their perfume is irrelevant.
But I suppose the prosecution has no objections to strengthening our case. Very well, witness. Please add what you just said to the testimony. And I saw the latest one, some kind of perfume, I think. So what I'm thinking is... I'm not sure if this is where to press it, but like... So... Talon had gone to Castletown to get a gift for the princess, not for Malin. So that perfume was for the princess, not for Malin. And that was bought before the crime, which means that was in the morning. And also, Ingo is arguing that, Talon was gonna like go to Castletown to change the inheritance. Well, Talon was also just at Castletown. Objection, Your Honor. The witness's hairline looks silly. We can't hold a court with this. So, I mean, we can at least press and, like, prove him wrong here. Objection, Your Honor. Witness. Witness this. Just to confirm, you say that this bottle of perfume is bought from Malin by her father, correct?
What else would it be for? I assure you, Talon wasn't the type to indulge in perfumes. Far from it.
Uh-huh. Well, you're wrong, witness.
Is that so?
Judge, we literally just heard this before.
Was the ranch owner truly a perfume connoisseur?
No, Your Honor. Fuck. This bottle of perfume is bought for the princess! So what? Sure, it's technically a contradiction. But what is the purpose of this bottle change? Yes, defense, I admit, I'm confused as well.
Please explain what this point is important.
Early in the trial, Malin mentioned that Talon bought this perfume in preparation last minute. Isn't that right, Malin? It sure is. We had a gift for the king prepared when the news arrived. But when news arrived, it was actually be the princess making this visitation. Father quickly rode out into town to get a new gift. This info puts one thing into question. Talen's tasting gifts. I wanna do this one. I need to see it. Okay. Giving someone perfume is a very rude gesture. In fact, he says, you smell terrible into their face. I'm gonna die. Obviously, Talon was someone who's thinking. Just what were Talon's true intentions? Did he perhaps intend to offend the crown into ending the partnership? This bottle of perfume.
This bottle of perfume calls the good character of the victim into question. It's not true. Well, buy bottles of cologne every year for my birthday. Is everyone truly? What nonsense! We are in your court of law. Your personal opinions about what makes a good gift are irrelevant. I regularly receive the finest eau de perfumes for myself. The notion that someone of my caliber would smell unpleasant, it is preposterous. Your Honor, I request the defense be penalized for this blatant disregard for the court's time. For once, I agree with the arrogant prosecutor. Please don't say such judgmental things, Link. Now, what the fuck? Hey, whose side are you on here? The court seems to be in agreement. Defense, be mindful of the things you say. Yeah, sorry. But that's not the only thing. The fact that the perfume is bought at the last minute caused an even bigger problem. It puts into question, somebody's movements. Yeah. Yeah, I get Stinky. Hi, Emily. Hi. Yeah. This is an Ace Attorney romhack for Ocarina of Time. I think it's just. I'm assuming it's just the one case. I don't know if it goes further than this, but like, it's really good. It's been a really good time. It's nice to see you, Emily. Happy Canada Day. Someone's movements on the ranch are put into serious doubt. Someone? Don't give us a point. Then in defense, who is the person? Naturally, the person whose movements has become suspect is... Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, so... Talon, right? Because, again, like, Talon couldn't be... Like, Talon was out buying the perfume. There couldn't have been a morning argument. Dragmar himself. Hi, Fluffy. Thank you. I know. The music is all really good. You can celebrate that normally. Hell yeah. I know. If I could, I would right now. That'd be funny. Please don't throw. I'm not gonna throw. I mean, we have 4 hearts left, but like, okay, so what where I want to go is say it's Talon. Talon's movements are put into question because now Talon can't have been there, and we're drawing attention for that. The other thing it would be Ingo himself. Where like, basically, how did Ingo know that the perfume was there at all? When would he have seen that? Because Talon had gone to get the perfume, like bought the perfume, and came back, and then died pretty much promptly after. So where did Ingo see the perfume? Oh, they actually have the full soundtrack to download? Ooh. Oh my god, yeah, joint that. But I'm gonna say Talon. Take that! The owner of the ranch, Talon! Victim? Hold to the fence. If the victim went out to buy the perfume bottle, he should have not been there to get killed. Oh no, maybe it was Ingo. What? Objection! Defense, are you proposing the victim hasn't actually died? Well, okay, no, it wasn't. Of course. Why, perhaps you should send a rescue party. It may still be stuck in the labyrinth that is a local perfume store. Meanwhile, the defense can try to get out of the labyrinth that is their own convoluted mind. Damn it. Talon's been alive this whole time. Mistrial. Sorry. But even so, the fact that... Yeah, okay, so... I think it's somebody's movements. Ding, 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 objection. Oh, yeah, we have an ad, you're right. Okay, well, let me... I think it has to be Ingo, then.
So you get it wrong. I mean, that is in true fashion for Phoenix Wright games. That is the Phoenix Wright quintessential experience. Is it's this obviously, and then you go to present, and Phoenix just goes like, yeah, you know, maybe it was like something like this, and like, oh no. And you know you're right, and he gets there eventually, but not the way they intended you to. Hi, Maria, thank you. Yeah, Ivy, yeah, absolutely understand. Yeah, if people don't want to get spoiled, please go play for yourself. This is legit really good. It seems like to have more Ace Attorney Spark stuff to hyperfix it on while I wait the next the devil episode. Yeah, this is legitimately really good, and it's yeah. I'm gonna say Ingo. The Ingo's movements are put into question. Because that's the other side of that. Like, how did Ingo know the perfume bottle was there? Right? Like, who else would it be? Also, Ingo's movements are who we want to put into question. Like, we want, like, Ingo, actually, yeah, no, Ingo is the only other person there, and Ingo's rate currently has been established to have not been at the scene of the crime. He was at the other side of the farm, so there's no, and then afterwards Zelda was guarding the door, so like there's no way that he would have been able to see the perfume bottle unless he was in that room when the murder happened, or like around the time of the murder. But his alibi puts him at the other side, but this actually ruins his alibi, I think that's where this is going. Okay, I will BRB for an ad, and then I'll press a button. So BRB. Oh, music cut out. We did it. We found it. The witness himself. If you recall, this bottle of perfume, which had just been purchased, was found at the crime scene. A crime scene the witness supposedly never went to. He shouldn't have known about the bottle. Ingo yell. Yeah, from the heat. Yeah. You're gonna love it. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
Order! The defense raises a very valid point.
You simpleton. What is the meaning of this?
Well, witness, did you go to the crime scene at any point?
No, of course I didn't.
I was working this alibi all day. I mean, the silo all day.
I remember. I saw the gifts the day before the crime. Ah, yes. The girl was lying. Tom must have gotten the gift the day before.
You're the one who's lying. Father didn't leave the ranch at all that day.
Let's get to another. Defense? Do you have any way to prove that your version of the events is true? I see no reason not to just take everything Ingo says at his word.
Smell the perfume. Smell it, Your Honor. We can see if the perfume is fresh or not. Find a receipt. Ask at the store is the one that makes the most sense. Yeah, isn't it? Isn't it anonymous? Should I risk smelling the perfume for the funds? I wanna I don't wanna like throw completely, but also I wanna see I'll put a save state here. Okay. Your Honor, smell this. Look how confident he is. Why? We should just smell the perfume. What? All shall be revealed if we just smell it. Your Honor, if you would. Well, if you say so, defense. Gross.
Oh, that's quite lovely. Yes.
Huh. Zelda seems like talent. I quite the nose to pick this one out. Great. You got the chlorophyll smell like a Kiwi's behind. Now what?
How does this prove anything, Defense? Surely this was a purpose to this whole exercise.
That is, well, the smell is very strong, so the perfume can't be that old?
Oh, God, objection, Your Honor. Perfumes have a longer shelf life than just a couple days, you idiot.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I was thinking that would accomplish.
Well, courtroom saltizer, but that won't get out of this penalty.
Your Honor, you smelled it, dealt it. I rest your case.
Oh, this is just too good. Any other bright ideas?
You can ask the store. Ask the store. Like, that's typical kind of solution. Hey! Listen! Sniffing helps. Why don't we send a soldier to ask the store owner when the bottle was bought?
Bah! Do you know how many people visit our store? It's inconceivable that the owner would remember every random purchase.
Any other ideas, Defense? We don't have anything that would prove that. I mean, receipt is the only other option, but like, doesn't it make sense here? Wait. Return to ranch. We haven't used this yet, but like not like this would be on here. Oh, is it? No, it's not. Oh wait, actually, does that make sense? Like if the because why would it ever go in here? Orders of milk that left this ranch a little while after the crime. I mean, we can say find the receipt, I guess, but I feel like that's not really going to lead anywhere. I don't think, because like if they hadn't found this receipt before, they won't find it now. Also, I don't think there would be receipts. I can try it. My main other idea, though, is I guess arrange inventory. That if it had been bought and it was on the ranch for more than a day, then it should have been put in an inventory? I don't know, I'll say find a receipt. When you buy something, you usually get a receipt, and the receipt always shows the date of the purchase. It might still be the ranch house. I see we sent someone to look for it. Oh, wait, was that actually it? Father never stored the receipts away. We had the drawer full of them. The perfume one should be right on top. I believe this idea has some merit.
Soldiers, rush out to the ranch house immediately and search for that receipt.
Wow, okay, that was actually it. Huh. I kind of thought there just wouldn't be receipts. Your Honor.
Yes, what is it, soldier?
We have just received the receipt from the team stationed at the crime scene. Oh.
Very well, thank you. I shall now read it out.
There's a lot writing on this.
From Tingle's Mysterious Smells.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes, I don't think I've seen that store. It's that eccentric-looking place in the back alley. You couldn't miss the blinding neon colors if you tried. It's an utter eyesore. If I were king, I would never allow such a business to be on my premises. The gall, there's nobody running a monopoly on Hylian perfume. It's preposterous. Perhaps. But back to the matter at hand. Now for that dunderhead, why would anyone ever shop at a similar store? Someone calls the customers fairy. Fucking fairy boys. My prosecutor. And the balloons. Oh, the balloons. Oh, that fool popped one right in my face.
Wow, he's
Prosecuted. Enough. Continuing on. Purchased item. 1 bottle of rosy rupee land. Oh my. This is quite the price. Why I would have to...
objection. Your Honor, please, the date of purchase.
Yes, right. The date of purchase. Why, it's March 16th, the day of the murder of... cuts.
That was the Tingle title game. Yeah. Which is an isekai of somebody being isekai'd not only into the realm of Hyrule where Tingle presides, but being isekai'd as Tingle. I need to play that game one day. I've never played it. Yes, we got him! Oh, phew, I feel like we're finally getting somewhere. I know, the horror.
That still doesn't mean anything. Perhaps the witness briefly went back to the ranch house for something and then saw the bottle then. Oh, yes, that's it. Oh, yeah, I was getting thirsty, so I went back to get a drink. I must have seen the bottle then. How about that?
Oh, come on. You think we're gonna believe that?
I don't know. It sounds really plausible to me. Do you have any proof that he didn't?
Well,
I believe this case calls for further testimony.
Tingle Sekai'd. You ever think Tingle has technically never been to Hyrule if you count Wind Waker not Hyrule? Oh. Yeah, he maybe has never actually been to Hyrule. If I got Isekai to Tingle's body, I would simply find the nearest cart and try to re-roll.
The witness now claims to have visited a crime scene shortly before the murder.
I'm losing it.
We should learn of his exact movements that day. My movements. Yes. All right. There's not a whole lot to say, though.
It's unfortunate that he managed to weasel out of that. I have no idea. Well, okay, my theory is that the way that the inheritance is laid out, Malin will inherit the ranch if she is unable to divide the deed between the crown and the remaining employees. It actually works out best for him if he kills Talon and incriminates Malin, because then, I mean, a lot of it goes to the crown, but also he's the only other remaining employee, so he would get the rest of it. I think that's what he's trying to accomplish. So he has a motive. Oh wait, yeah, no, he's a Minish Cap. Oh, good point. Morgan Fay of him. But this next testimony will be full of lies. This is my chance.
my non-suspicious movements. As I was already stated, I was volunteered to work in the silo. At one point, I briefly went back to the ranch house to get myself a glass of water. Well, I went back to the silo after that and stayed there until the courier came. I haven't been back to the ranch house at all since then. At some point, the detective came and told me what happened. And wow, was that detective one fine woman?
Liar. Everyone drinks milk in the ranch. We would never drink water. We would never give any publicity to the big water.
See, I haven't done anything to warrant suspicion. Eat my shoes, you brats.
I'll pass. There has to be something wrong in there. You can't put a flawless story together that quickly. Big water. Yeah, all the Zora. All the Zora trying to get all the Hylians to drink their big water. Put the ranch out of business. What were you doing?
Working on shipments and fulfilling orders. We send out crates of milk to bars all across the kingdom every day, you know?
Milk bars?
Naturally, everyone loves a good drink, you know? And our milk is renowned as the best there is. I hear some others' water shares down. Despicable.
Hey. I think you said earlier that your job is to work with the structures and equipment. Though, why were you doing the milk?
Oh, indeed. Talon and the girl would usually be the ones overseeing milk orders. However, since the royal visitation was happening that day, I felt they needed their minds unoccupied, so I took it upon myself to do it this time. After the murder, I got scared that the Sheikah's forced investigation would delay the shipment, and that I, great Inga, would be at the blame. Thankfully, it all went through fine.
Yeah, and you were so concerned with sending it off quickly that you wrote the wrong delivery address on it.
You Hylians, ridiculous. Getting tipsy for something like milk. I bet you couldn't even sip of the Gerudo's noble pursuit, a real man's drink.
A real man's drink. Aren't most of the Gerudo women?
Oh, speaking of drinks, I believe the witness was talking about how he had gotten himself a glass of
What the fuck is this testimony? What is this court? Yes, let's hear how you got a glass of water. Oh, yeah, I got thirsty, so you got a glass of water.
Oh, what point?
Went back to the ranch, got myself a glass of water, yeah. Most manly thing of all, being a woman. You didn't think to just take a sip of the milk you were handling?
No! Oh, it wouldn't be right. That milk was for customers, you see. We never drink milk on the ranch. I just don't want to get in trouble.
Truly an honest man.
How dare you suggest he would steal from his workplace?
Alright, so what did you see at the house? This is Corbin, not Ingo. Exactly why I took my 8 milligrams of estradiol today. I suppose I must have seen the perfume bottle then. Yeah.
I guess I remember it clearly now. It was there, on the table, plain as day.
Great.
What was that, witness?
Went back to Sile after that and stayed there until the courier came. Okay. And you're able to complete this so quickly on your own?
You don't know the might of the great Ingo. I get things done in no time. I did almost break my back in those creeps of the silo, though. There were so many, and it's all so heavy. It was like a puzzle and... Anyway, that's not important. The point is...
Link is hitting... Accidental app. I'm back to ranch hasn't all since then. Are you sure?
As sure as I can be.
He never went back in, even after the crime was discovered.
Bah, they wouldn't let me in. Reserving the crime scene or some such. I couldn't even get any of my things. After I was questioned, no one gave me half a glance. I had to sleep at the stables that night. It was terrible.
How do you have your clothes on? Yeah, how the fuck do you have your clothes on? Wait, what? It is important. Your Honor, I'd like to witness add his last testimony to his last statement to his testimony. Whatever I just said.
What? What are you trying to pull now?
Okay, very well. Witness, please amend your statement.
Fine, whatever. I didn't even get to sleep or access any of my belongings. I had to spend the night in the stable.
Yeah, so how was he wearing his clothes? There it is, there's the lie. You couldn't have stayed at the end?
What am I, made of money? You think, boy, I'm just a simple ranch farmer, you know? You liars, always flaunting your wealth.
Right. Sorry. Not actually sorry. I doubt one night would bankrupt this guy. Just look what he's wearing. Totally. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna press him for this, but then we're gonna go back. Hold it. Could you elaborate? Oh, she's a hard-working woman who gets to the point and takes what she wants.
Not to mention her impeccable fashion sense. What's not to love?
That's not the part I wanted him to elaborate on. Wow, he seems totally smitten with her. Sure does. I wonder how Impa feels about it.
Perhaps when this chore of a trial is over, I could. But no, it'll have to wait. You thought you could distract me, did you? I, the genius ranch soldier, Ringo, see through your schemes.
He still seems that story, huh? Yeah, it was just fixed, but it holds up surprisingly well. I can hardly believe it's the same Ingo I know. He's usually so nice. And to press for more details. Sure to slip up somewhere. There's a piece of evidence or profile waiting to disprove what he's saying. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Okay, so this one. So how do we... I guess his profile mentions usually he dresses in work clothes, but he's dressed up nicely for court. I think we present himself. Hold it! Look at yourself! Witness, there's something seriously wrong with your testimony.
What? What are you talking?
I'm gonna I'm gonna slowly stop pushing the voice so much. You say you couldn't get any of your belongings because they were all at the ranch house, correct? At a ranch house, you were not allowed to go in. That's right? Well, that would imply you should still be wearing your work clothes. Pardon if I'm wrong, but those don't look like work clothes at all. Rah!
The defense is the point. The witness appears to be pretty well dressed for court. I can't imagine he would want to sully those work clothes, or clothes for work.
Well, what did it say to that?
Well, of course. I can explain. It's simple. These are brand new. Yeah. On my way to the courthouse, I went shopping for a nice new outfit. After all, I couldn't very well shop, of course, dressed like a bum.
Okay, actually, I know the evidence for this too. Yes, defense. Certain people have a modicum of respect for the court and show up dressed appropriately. What's that supposed to mean? This is my finest Zora suit. Wait, this actually is his Zora tunic? So you claim you bought these clothes after the crime, is that correct?
Very much so. There's more to that. Why do I need to repeat myself?
Do I accept the explanation?
No.
You buying those clothes today is simply impossible.
What?
Oh, how can you claim so? Defense. As you know, evidence is everything in court. Yes, Edgeworth, we know. We know. Either prove that the witness couldn't have bought these clothes today, or get out. It's right here. It's this one. Because look, he's wearing his clothes in his picture. That's it. Take that! I would like to turn the court's attention to this! Look at his photograph! Oh, every time I do it, makes me laugh.
Why, that's one lovely photograph.
It reminds me of... Oh, it reminds me of like this. Oh, objection! Yes, husband, we know. What about this photograph, defense? Well, just look what Ingo is wearing. Look at this graph. This photo is from Malin's childhood, but Ingo is very clearly wearing the same outfit he has on right now. He couldn't have bought it today. Clothes only exist once. Ah!
Murder. Well, I will have order. My defense is absolutely correct. I hope this is a good explanation for this.
There. I think we finally got him. There's no way he can weasel out this. Oh, don't raise that flag. Link, come on. You idiot.
Objection.
Oh, unless someone weasels it out for him. Isn't it obvious? Naturally, the witness knew he would need to wear his nice clothes for the royal visitation that was scheduled for that day. He brought them to the silo in advance so he could quickly change just before the royal visitation's arrival. Well, hold on, but you can't claim that now. You can't fucking claim that now. What the... Dragmire, no. Bad. Oh? Shut up.
Yes, of course. I needed to be presentable after all. I can't look like a bum in front of the most important people in the kingdom. I just lied before.
Wait a minute. This is insane. What kind of kangaroo court is this? The prosecution keeps making excuses up on the spot. Ingo is clearly lying about buying the clothes before the trial. He's definitely trying to hide something. Your Honor, surely you won't accept this blatant perjury. Thank you if somebody says it. Do I accept this perjury? I mean, perjury sounds kind of nice, I guess.
Accepted, Judge.
No other explanation. Oh my god, shut up. What?
However, the fact that when simply didn't say it himself and instead made up a lie about wearing the clothes is indeed very suspicious.
Oh my god! Yeah, he's just going like,
perjury. Yeah, that's a pretty cool word. Oh, when do we learn that word? Now I would like some perjury of my own in this court, maybe. Defense. The prosecution is opposed, but there is no other possible explanation for this contradiction. What is your opinion on the matter? Can the defense think of an alternative version of this offense?
This is big. I really need to think this through.
Yep, you have 5 seconds.
Oh. Ingo is acting really suspicious right now. He's desperately trying to patch up holes in testimony to conceal his real motives. Oh my god. Why would... Wait, what are we doing here? Why would he be doing that? Ingo has a secret wardrobe at the silo. Can I... Make it say it. Ingo's a secret wardrobe at the silo. Right. Yes, of course. Ingo's actually a fashion connoisseur. What? No, there's no way. Malin said that she basically only ever sees him in one outfit. I need to rethink this. Ingo's acting really... Okay, yeah. Think. I need to practice a Carl impression. Ingo is... I kind of just want to see all the text. Maybe Ingo is the one... Actually, what's one of the options here? And now he's a ghost! That's it. This whole case has just been one big ghost trick. Well, I guess you can call us a phantom detective. What am I saying? Oh, it doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, this is really good. Okay. Ingo is a murderer. If it's not Malin, Ingo is the only other person who could have done this. I have to assume that he did, even if I want to think that Malin is. With that in mind, why would Ingo change out of his work clothes? I guess they say here just in case it puts me back too far. They were eaten by a cow. The cow was in a salad. Mistook Ingo's clothes for food and ate them. This left the man in quite an embarrassing situation. He had to go back to... No. I mean, the cows are pretty suspicious. They talk to you? Like, come on. Okay. You got dirty. Yeah, can't be in dirty clothes. He was secretly germaphobe and couldn't stand being in such a dirty getup. But I don't think he'd be working on the ranch then. I'm glad it's just letting us do this, not actually penalizing us for this. So yeah, no, Talon's blood got in, so he had to burn his clothes. Because that was the remaining evidence. When Ingo killed Talon, his clothes must have gotten blood on them. He had to change it to something else to hide his involvement. But then, when the Sheikah force had found the clothes in the house, how could they have disappeared? Dolan. Burglars destroyed by Jess. That's a murder was happening. Right, and he only took some dirty, bloody clothes and wanted some Mary's who was stealing away. I don't think that's it. I know. It's immoral laws. Oh, it's fine. They have a lot of these. The writing is really good. Okay, I'll just place it on the fire. And this, like, way to use the goddesses animation in this is really good. Aha! Ingo burned his clothes. We did it. We got the Triforce of knowledge. That's it. That explains everything. I believe I can offer an alternative explanation. Objection! Nonsense! Judge, the defense spent far too long saying it sounds just now. They clearly have nothing. I call for a quick ruling right now. Say he's guilty. Just say it, Judge. Just say it. Objection! No. And not only can I explain it, but in fact, the defense formally accuses the witness of the murder. No! Brain blast! It's simple, Your Honor. The reason he had to swap his outfit and why he was lying about the circumstances ever since is because it got stained with the victim's blood. Objection! Preposterous! If there were any discarded bloody clothes nearby, the Sheikah first would have found them, and we would have been trying somebody else for murder right now. Why, you're absolutely correct, prosecutor. Naturally, Ingo couldn't have left his bloody clothes lying around. And so, he used this to dispose of them. There's a lot of evidence that we didn't actually end up using. Or maybe we still get to use them. Maybe I guess we'll see how far this goes. Your Honor, I cast your mind to the prince's last testimony. Princess's... Oh, well, the mysterious fire. Yes, that's right. Surely you jest. You yourself made sure we all knew how meaningless her testimony was. And yet, with this new context in mind, it gains a completely new meaning. I don't know, but here you go. Yeah, Pog face, Pog Ganon. An empty bottle of lamp oil found by a burned out fire. Ingo used his lamp to oil to quickly burn away his stained work clothes. Yeah. Well, how about it, witness? My scenario explains everything. You killed Talon and then tried to hide it. Mrs. No, hold on. No. What drivel are you spouting here? Me kill Talon? You already know that's impossible. Why? Why, witness? Why? Tell us. Pray tell. I was too busy for murder. I'm the great Ingo. Everything you said is wrong. I have no idea what you're on about. I've never heard of murder in my life. I have an alibi for the time of the crime. I just couldn't have done it. I made sure of it.
There's no way I could have completed those milk shipments, killed talent, and tried to hide my involvement. The fire was just made for a quick breakfast. There's no mystery there. I'm trying to pin this on the poor innocent Ingo.
I'm still thinking that we should, like, go back to see if Talon's alive, because, yeah. I don't even know what that words means. Now, I shouldn't have to remind you, Defense, but you yourself were surprised that Ingo was able to complete the shipment in time. Adding even more things to him, for him to do in that time is preposterous.
That's right. The great Ingo is efficient at his job, but not that efficient.
No, it had to have been him. I'm sure of it. Mostly because we don't have another option. But there has to be him. There must have been some trick of play here, some kind of shortcut. I must find it. I think I know. I'm pretty sure I know where this is going. But it's present time.
Oh, it's too busy for murder.
Surely my scenario is more plausible at this point than these panicked attempts to fix your story.
Objection. What's more plausible isn't for you to decide, Defense. It's the judge that makes the final call. And as long as his alibi stands, I can't imagine him deciding with you.
Is that all of the loose ends have been tied up before a decision had to be tied up before a decision can be made. Witness, please continue.
Can you explain what an alibi is again? Come on. Really? I didn't think it's something that was gonna go. Okay.
Yeah, with pleasure. I was researching this myself. At the time of the crime, I was busy preparing that day's shipments of milk.
I know, the shit-eating Reno Jagmire. I know. Or Dragmire.
That's hard work. I barely had time to get them done before the courier came to take them.
Shipments were inspected by the Sheikah Forest as they were leaving the ranch. Yeah, look at that. Look at that grin. And the grin and the finger wag is so good.
And as our resident detective has told us, they were found to be fully loaded with bottles of milk. That's right. The Sheikah Force itself has vouched for me. There's no way I could be the culprit.
Oh, I disagree. There has to be a way. There must be. Would it really have taken that long to murder someone and burn their clothes? It would have taken long enough to definitely make this scheme infeasible. Completing these shipments is a rather involved task. You have to milk the cows, clean the bottles, pour the milk into them, put them in the crates, and then load up those onto wagon. I love bringing the cows. But that part takes the longest because you only get a little at a time. And there it is. So, as Mr. Ringo said, the whole thing really does take a while. Father and I usually have to work together to get it done in time for the courier's arrival.
There you go, Defense. Your own client knows this is the unshakable truth.
Okay, so there's no way he could have completed the shipments and also do the killing. In that case, there has to be some way for him to finish the work faster. I just have to find it.
Objection! Hold him! What do you have for breakfast?
So you didn't have time to breakfast, but not enough time to kill someone.
Yes, of course. The breakfast is cooking while I was kept working. Then I just quickly gobbled it up. There's no issue there. Fuck off. In fact, yes, I remember it even burned because I wasn't completely paying attention to it. That's why I had to go get that glass of water too, you see? I had to watch it down after.
But a convenient little explanation. But for all we know, he actually did cook up breakfast on a fire of burning blood-soaked clothes. Ew.
Now continue, because we don't want to hear about your culinary adventures.
Cruco eggs breakfast of murderers. Or Cusco's eggs.
No. Stop trying to burn this on poor innocent Ingo.
Hold it! You can't call yourself innocent. You're not poor. The only people who could have done it were you and Melon. And I know Melon well enough to know she couldn't be the culprit. That leaves you as the perpetrator.
Objection. Yes. By now we all know how much you value your friend.
Let me remind you, though, that feelings don't matter here at all. Either show us solid evidence that puts Ingo's alibi into question, or concede defeat. Is there any way he could have done the work faster? I'm not sure. It would be nice if there was, though. I could sleep in a little bit longer every day. Yeah, you think he would have shared it with you if he knew one? I think actually one of the sound effects is not triggering, but I kind of don't mind it not having the full sound effect. So it's okay. Couldn't have done it. So he watered down the milk. The milk is tasteless, so he watered down the milk to get it done. Is what I'm thinking. Yeah, there we go. Wah. Wah. Ah, but did you, though? Did you really complete those shipments properly? Objection! Defense, I shouldn't have to remind you that the Sheikah Force checked the boxes thoroughly. They were definitely full of milk bottles. Oh, yeah, I'm sure of it. It looked that way. What are we getting at, Defense? Here you go, Your Honor. Meow. Here you go, Your Honor. Milk? For me? Oh, thank you. Oh, you're trying to bribe the judge now? I didn't think you'd stoop so low. The Crown will be informed of this. No, it's nothing like that. All I'm asking is his honor try tasting the milk, you know? Yeah, here, this is a very normal thing to happen in the court, you know? Here's a bottle of milk. Judge, you be the judge. Milk law! The truest crime. Watering down milk, jail for life. Just one little sip. Oh, this is highly irregular. Objection! Drink this! But to be honest, I could use the drink. Oh, this talking doesn't make one's throat dry, you know? And with that, remember the hydrator, everybody. You probably talked the least out of everyone here, though. Sensitive princess, I will go ahead and take a sip. Yes, we're all gonna watch you drink milk. Is this what passes for milk these days? This almost tastes like water. Oh, my word. Water? Yeah, I have to agree. This is definitely not standard milk. As we've heard from the princess and the detective, Lon Lon Ranch is renowned for the quality of its products. And why should they be renowned? At a low, low price of $5.99, you can get your shipment of your bottle of Lon Lon Ranch milk at your local Hyrule Market stall. But there's no way people would say that about milk this lousy. Objection. Ugh, come on, whatever. As if the unwashed masses know the difference between quality and garbage. Where are you going with this defense? Yeah, and you can use code Lunazera to get 20% off of that Lon Lon Ranch milk. But if it's out of stock, then you can also just use that code for all the Rogue energy drinks that you can get there. It's simple, you see. I received this bottle up from Detective Impa, still unopened during the first recess. Oh, by the way, Your Honor, now you've shared germs with both me and Malin, so, you know, have fun with that. As we know, there is no milk shipment today, so this must have come from one of Ingo's shipments from yesterday. It's true that Ingo couldn't have murdered Talent and also completed the shipments on his own. Unless he cheated. He just called it. Yeah, you did. Ingo watered on the milk to get the shipments done in time. A clear violation of his working contract. Order. Yes, I suppose that would work. Indeed. All he had to do was milk fewer of the cows. To save enough time without ruining the taste too much. I guess he used about 50-50 split of water and milk. This is... No! Talon, Let me stop you right there. No thank you. I will concede that something odd happened to that shipment. But all you have proven is that Ingo is a slacker.
How dare you?
Objection! Be quiet, you mongrel! Sure, Ingo's water on the milk. That doesn't make him a killer, though, does it? Well, no. But now we do know that he definitely could have done it. We know he did go to the crime scene. And we know he did have the time and opportunity to kill Malin as well. Yet there is a vital element missing still. What? What do you mean? Let me put it in simple terms so even an idiot like you can understand. Objection! Objection! You basically killed milk! Oh, rebuttal. Oh, hello. Hello? Oh my god, wait, what? You lack the murder weapon. If Ingo's a murderer, then it couldn't have been the saw. Wait, what is this? And why is that? That's simple. If the girl's story about working on the fence is true, then she was using the saw while his father was being murdered. It couldn't have been in two places at the same time. Do I go with this? No. The saw has 0 blood on it, yeah, right? No, I think there's more items that could have been used as a murder weapon than put back. I don't agree with this. No. No! No, the saw was the murder weapon. Truly, if that is the case, present some proof. Enlighten us on how it could have been in two places at the same time. I really need to think about this. Have a good night. It's at EV Times. Good night. I'm a lucky wolfer. I'll chat with you later. I want to present the item list, because the item list shows that there's still another... I'm an attorney, therefore... Yaha! Yeah, I want to try this. No, shit, that's not it. Oh, fuck. Let's say, I can't really see anything clear there. Bah! The only thing that's clear is your incompetence. Well, shit, hold on. Okay, well, I'll save state now. You lack the murder weapon, I think it was a murder, then it couldn't have been this wrong. I guess I could agree with it and see where that goes. His music is really good as well. Like, I don't be saying it the whole time, but holy shit, this slaps. I believe we're in complete agreement on this point. You do realize the problems that creates for you. I'm sure it can all be explained. If. But very well. Let's move on to why nothing else could have been the murder weapon either. Where would have the supposed other murder weapon even come from? Couldn't it have used any cool thing? Either answer the question defense or this discussion is over. We need to overthink this. Anywhere Ingo could have gotten a murder weapon will do. I'll worry about the exact details later. Okay, maybe this is where it's supposed to present what I thought. He's like, here's a list of murder weapons. Just take your pick. Yeah, I just made a save state. So have you forgotten this murder weapon? This murder happened on a ranch. There are plenty of sharp things on site. I think that sound effect is telling us that we actually got it right, or that we're on the right track. So I think we're good. I think we're good. That's simply. Oops, sorry.
That's simply impossible. We checked all sharp objects on the ranch and searched everyone. No fresh blood was found anywhere else.
Couldn't Ingo have just wiped it off? Couldn't Ingo have just wiped it off?
Blood leaves traces. It's not that easy to get off. People like us aren't so sensitive, but other beings like the Zoras can easily tell by smell. Naturally, the Sheikah Force employs people just for this task. Also, as Lon Ranch focuses on selling horses and milk, the animals there aren't regularly butchered. So there's no good reason why any of the trolls would have fresh blood on them. Any such implement would have stood out like a sore thumb.
Oh, I guess that's a good point. I have to rethink this. I think I've just... Okay, no. I guess I dispose of it. Just dispose of it in some way.
Ha! That's impossible, you see.
Oh, okay, that was it.
No items in the ranch's inventory or list were missing, and that list is indisputable.
How can you be so sure the inventory is accurate?
Ha! Use your head! There was no royal visitation scheduled for that day. The ranch owner needed everything to be in order. He would have double, even triple checked the list when we wrote it.
But he didn't write it. But he didn't write it. But he didn't write it. Wait. He didn't write it. Ingo wrote it. The inventory list itself is false.
Oh, fascinating. What exactly makes you question the veracity of this document?
That would be something about the inventory itself. Simple. Elementary, really. You only need a brief look at the inventory to see it can't be trusted.
You can't just go around making such general statements. Defense.
Point out what exactly the inventory... Oh, we are doing this! Oh my god, I was wondering if we were gonna get to do this. So, this game actually supports the Nintendo mouse if you're playing on console. So at this point, I think you could actually use your mouse to like point and click. Just look here! The one who compiled this list was Ingo himself. He could have easily falsified the contents as part of his plan.
Well, that doesn't matter. Nothing could have left the ranch.
Yeah, the N64 had a mouse peripheral. Not used for, like, many things at all, but yeah. Wouldn't Ingo have been able to just throw the item out over the fence?
Bah, obviously, we searched all the perimeter of the ranch as well. Nothing was found anywhere.
That was an important part. Has nothing really been able to leave? I mean, the shipment left. The shipment left, right? It could have left the shipment. Like, I don't think burning it would have necessarily helped because, like, it's still going to be there afterwards. But you could have been snuck out in the shipment. I mean, they did check the shipment though. But I mean, that's I'll save state. That's the most direct, like... Yeah, actually, that's a fair point. I was just thinking about, like, I was trying to look to see if they actually mentioned that directly, but they checked the shipment itself to make sure they're full of milk. I don't know if they necessarily checked the full, like, shipping container or like the, you know, or his carriage. Did they check both? Hi, Barbie. Yeah, I had a good Pride. I'm sorry we couldn't meet up. But I hope you had a good time. Yeah, Pride period is really cool. I'm gonna try this because like this at least provides some way for something to have left the farm, which is the main point of question here. Like this is the argument in question here is nothing could have left the ranch. That's not true. Something could have left the ranch. How exactly, we don't need to determine yet, but like, I think that's what this is here. Objection! Are you really sure nothing left the ranch? What about a few little shipments of milk?
Preposterous. You can't kill somebody with milk. I've forgotten that said shipments have been checked by the Sheikah Force before they were allowed to leave.
That's true, but there was a place that Sheikah could have overlooked.
What in Din's name are you babbling about? We're talking about the bog standard crates here, boy. Those are vast dungeons full of nooks and crannies to stuff things into, are they?
It's simple. They overlooked... Okay, no, so they... The crates themselves? Like, they checked the contents of the crates. They did. We know that. They also checked the contents of the bottles, in some regard. Yeah, but I'm thinking, like, if you wanted to hide something, you could, like, make a trick crate or something. So this is the only one, like, they didn't necessarily check, or that we didn't explicitly say they checked, right? It's the crates themselves. To kill is a big jerk avoid to kill it. Oh, fuck, no, this isn't it. And then nailed it to the crates to conceal it. No, the weapon was definitely metal. No shipment of lumber could have proved weapon like that.
Plus, if the weapon was wooden, we'll just burnt it together with its clothes to make sure we'd never find it.
Yeah, right. Defense your current argument hinges on this point, you know. Try to think through your answer a bit more carefully next time. Shit. I save stated. Happy Canada Day.
Well, I think that's enough. I have seen enough answers divergent at this time. Defense has failed to establish a likely alternative scenario to the one presented by the prosecution. As such, I pronounce Malin of Long Ranch.
I just want to see the failed state.
Guilty. She will be hanged. Defendant shall submit herself to the king to have her fate decided. This court is adjourned.
Rip. Oh, that's nice. That's nice to do. Where does this put us? Okay, this is fine. Yeah, actually, that's really nice. We don't need save states. Okay, so you like the murder weapon. Meow. Meow. Okay, so we agree with this. Was that the root of it didn't come from? Okay, so press. Can't use any little thing. Oh right, yeah, that's right. We present the list. Yeah, make it further more playable on hardware. Yeah. This is like, this is just a really incredible ROM hack. Simply impossible. We checked all sharp arches and ranches, search everyone. No fresh blood found anywhere else. Yeah, this is expertly made and expertly made. false. And we point to the name. Point. Nah. Here, the one who's this is himself. We could have left the ranch. And then we present this. I know, yeah, the earth's literally blowing up. So not the crates themselves. The next option then is in the bottles. So because like they check the contents of the crates, but you could have like slipped in something into one of the bottles that would be concealed by the milk. Is one of my ideas? Or there's one place inside the crates that Chica couldn't have checked thoroughly without ruining the shipment. Without ruining the shipments. No! That's right. Ingo put the murder weapon inside one of the bottles to conceal it from the search. That does seem, well, that's impossible. Objection! Now wait just a moment. Yeah. A weapon in a milk bottle wouldn't just go unnoticed. Someone would have reported it. Would they have though? Would they have if they had gone to a place where somebody wouldn't report it though? How can you be so sure? Do you even know how much milk an average milk bar uses each day? Oh, those shipments must have most certainly been completely used up by now. Some drinking from that bottle would have found it for sure. Choked on it even. If they took a large enough swig. It would be a huge scandal. True, Pet Yuki, yeah. It would not go noticed because it was sent to the wrong place. You would be correct that a weapon showing up in someone's milkshake would cause quite a stir. If the milk ever actually made it to any milk bar, that is. You see, I overheard a very interesting tale during the recess. Oh, by the way, this is more evidence that you didn't have. Isn't that fun? Isn't that cute? Isn't it cute when it happens to you? Yeah. Word was sent from the ranch not long ago after that one of the shipments was returned unopened due to being misaddressed. What? No! Indeed. If you recall, Inga was the one who handled all of that. Now, that's strange. The ranch supplies the same milk bars every day. Even if he had messed up the street address a little bit, the couriers would have known where the shipment was meant to go. How could they have bungled it that badly? It's almost as if he didn't want anyone receiving a bottle of milk with a murder weapon in it. I bet Ingo expected this box to stay in shipping limbo for a while longer. How unfortunate for him that the postal service was on its game today. Maybe because they were worried it'd start to smell.
Oh, I wouldn't believe this call for us to investigate these boxes of milk more closely. Soldiers, have these boxes retrieved from this ranch immediately.
Oh boy, there's a prize instead of milk. Argument complete. I know, we'll find out, Cricket Whistle. I mean, you'd be surprised we can fit into small places.
Grr, this is slander. Why would I kill Talon? Surely he's a bit of a layabout, but he did give me a job. Why would I want him dead?
The motive. Oh, that's simple. Why, I'm surprised you're even asking about it. Huh? This evidence clearly explains your motive. It's right here. It's right here. I mentioned this before, yeah. Look, take this. The very inheritance document you brought to the court's attention states the following. In case of the testator's death, his daughter, Malin of Long Ranch, will inherit the ranch. Unless she's unable to oversee it, in which case it shall be divided between the crown and the remaining employees.
Whoa.
You not only framed Talon, but decided to frame Malin for the crime as well, so you would be one to inherit the part of the ranch. That's why you volunteered to work on Sala all day. It gave you an alibi so that Malin would be the only possible culprit. Of course you knew about the royal visitation in advance. You knew Malin would go back to the ranch house to prepare before they arrived. A perfect setup for the royals to find and it heard next to the body. No! No, no, no!
What are you talking about?
Talon, signing the ranch over to me?
Preposterous.
Did he really not know? I guess if it was Dragmar who procured the actual document, not him. Your Honor. What is it? Oh, wait, no. What is this, soldier? The box you requested is here. Already? That was quite fast. Apparently, the team at the ranch had already noticed something awry with it on their own. The box arrived just as we were about to rush out to the courier to deliver our message. Well, well, well. Let's see for ourselves then, shall we? The part of the shipment that proves my case is... Okay, well, we have ads. So I'm gonna BRB for the ads.
Okay.
Ready to blow this case wide open. Meow! Meow. So, I mean, there's red right here. Probably wouldn't be as easy to do this if you're colorblind, but it's probably it, right? Take that! Here it is, from the bottle with a slight red tint to the milk. Looks like some kind of serrated knife. That explains the irregular wound pretty nicely.
How could the Sheikah idiots have missed this?
I'm sure the milk was pure white when they first checked it. It took a whole day for the blood to dissolve in it. Either way, no matter how you slice it, this proves my theory right. They give the respectful bow.
Oh, I've had it. Fine. You want to know why? You want to know why I really killed that scumbag? No, what are you...
So you admit it?
Yes, I admit it. What would you do if one day, after years of backbreaking labor, despite putting your all into the ranch, you were thrown away like rubbish without any reason, fired? Farewell, we don't need you anymore.
What? But that doesn't make any sense.
Oh, don't lie, I heard it all. I was just returning back from another day of spine-wrenching work, and lo and behold, what's this? Mal and Talon are talking behind my back. I heard it all. We'll let him go after the visitation. We can handle things without him. And so, after volunteering to work on the shipment, I quietly slipped out while the girls were busy and shanked that good-for-nothing slacker. You should have seen his face. He didn't expect it at all. So yes, Malin, I killed that lazy bum you call their father. And he deserved it.
Well, that's a case closed and shut then. Thank you very much for playing.
Order! The witness will cease his boasting over such a terrible deed. My good meow. Meow.
I've heard enough. Oh, hold it. Wait just a moment. Ingo.
Yes, girl. Want to apologize for what you've done?
Apologize? Me? You're horrible. We weren't planning to fire you at all. You were completely misunderstood what we were saying.
What?
Oh my god. Yeah, I always figured it's gonna be like this. We've had so much work recently. Well, you know how it goes with the royal visits. Always busy time. Gotta make sure everything's in tip-top shape. I do worry some about old Ingo, though. He's been complaining about his back recently. Do you wish you'd take a step back and relax sometime?
Maybe we should just convince him to take a vacation.
Oh my god. Well, now there's an idea. It'd be good to just get out for a while. I'll discuss it with him after the visitation.
Well,
After things calm down, we can hang up everything without him. What? Wow. Wow. What? You were planning what? A vacation for me? And I did. No! No! No, it can't be! It can't be so! Please say it isn't so! Oh, hi, chicken. Get him! Get him, chickens! Get him, cuckoos, yeah! Oh my god, they're very, very first. Why is the court allowing his man to be murdered? Death by chicken.
Well, we've now witnessed today the results of a truly horrifying misunderstanding. But, misunderstanding or not, what you have done is unforgivable.
Town was a kind man, beloved by all. He had the good fortune to cross his path. His loss will be felt not only at his ranch, but all across Hyrule. The killer turned out to be an utterly pathetic man with delusions of grandeur. I mean, look at him! An utter idiot dressed like a clown. Jeez, he's really laying into him. Wow. Yeah, but he's just upset because he lost. Cock? Sounds like cock!
Prosecutors went aside. I think it's time I declare today's verdict.
It's just formality, but
Will the defendant please step up to the stand?
hello.
Young miss, I'm very sorry for the situation you have found yourself in today. I am very glad you have appeared to such a good attorney as a friend.
I wouldn't have chosen anyone else. Aw, thanks.
Now then, without further ado, in the name of Goddess Hylia and the sacred land of Hyrule, I hereby find Malin of Long Lawn Ranch not guilty.
Oh, even the confetti, yay! Yay!
Court is adjourned.
Gawk? Sounds like clock. Clock sounds like lock. How did how did it turn out in the end? Yeah, most for Ingo. A lot of people thought somebody else though. You know what? Which honestly fair. I was kind of wondering if we would get like another person after Ingo, because that happens a lot in Phoenix Wright games. Like you there's a new witness or somebody who he wouldn't be able to account for, it just pops up. Yeah, that was my money would have probably been bent on somebody else. Lick sounds like rock. I mean, sleep. Aw, we did it. I suppose so. I guess Ingo's upper's kind of sour the mood, huh? I don't think I can ever forgive Mr. Ingo for what he's done. No, he murdered your dad. That's fair enough, honestly. Yeah, fuck him. Really, though, you shouldn't think about that for a while. You're free. It's time to go celebrate. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Excellent work. I knew you'd pull through. Oh, yeah, thanks. I couldn't have done it without you, really. So, thank you. Now, that's not quite right. If you want to thank someone, I'm not the one who deserves it most. Huh? Your Highness? I thought you were going back to the Hyrule Castle. What strings did Imba have to pull to get her here? But I realized I should apologize for what I did personally. Oh, it's an honor, princess. There's no need to bow, not after what I've done. Really, if not for my status, I probably would have been carted off to prison alongside that angry little man. Perjury is, pretty serious, so yeah, that's probably not entirely wrong. I mean, should be serious. As usual, you don't give yourself enough credit, Your Highness. How can you say that, detective? I almost condemned an innocent person to prison. Yes, well, some things you should think twice about doing in the future. Yes, maybe don't just jump to that. But it's all thanks to you that the young lady over there finally went free. Huh? Come on, attorney. Show Her Highness what I'm talking about. Yes, the final thing. It's gotta be the oil. It means oil, right? Yeah, because she found the oil. This is her evidence. Take that! The bottle? Well, it's true. Without this, and without knowing about the fire, we wouldn't have had any proof to substantiate our claims. And really, you're obviously false. Ow! You've just stepped on my foot. Well, there you have it. In any case, I'm sure Miss Mallard isn't too upset. Well, sure, I did lose a dad. Also, ow! Yeah, this has been fun. I'm sorry I ended up geeking out, but like, yeah, this has been fun. Hut. We have orders to escort the princess back to the castle immediately. Just in time. Farewell, Your Highness. Bye. And so they left. Now then, listen to me. I know that I am perhaps being too lenient on the princess, but oh, food. Ow, thank you. Tough times are ahead. The princess will need all the confidence she can get to lead the kingdom through them. She needs to learn to take responsibility for actions too, though. And she will. Huh? Her Highness is in for a rather unpleasant afternoon today, I imagine. The urgency with which you has just been escorted out of here isn't coincidental. What? Is that King gonna scold her? At the very least. Now then. My duties call, unfortunately, so I must be off. This is very suspicious. Again, you did well today, both of you. I trust that you'll be able to rely on you in future court proceedings as well. I'll try my best. That's all I ask. That unpleasant prosecutor seems to be making his way over here, so I'll be excusing myself. Post haste. Farewell. You. Uh-oh. You. Hello. Nice to have me, isn't it?
Tell me now, where did that blasted detective go? To have my reputation tarnished this way by some novice attorney from the boonies.
Dramatic much? He looks like he's about ready to burst in anger. Don't be such a sore loser. You lost. Deal with it. Yeah, we got the right verdict. Doesn't that make you even a little bit glad?
Huh.
Yes, I suppose there is some more than that. Huh? What transpired is most unfortunate. I can only offer my condolences.
Just remember that it was the meddling of that idiotic princess and that stupidity of that blasted detective that led to your arrest. So if you have any grievances, take it up with them.
I suppose there is some truth to what he's saying.
Speaking of the detective, it appears she has fled from me like a cuckoo on fire. Mark my words, she will regret what she's done for generations.
Okay, bye. Yeah, he's just mad he didn't get to send some person to jail, yeah. That part of the game and how the games are like Phoenix Wright games are portrayed is probably accurate. And yeah, have a good night. Have a good night, Zoe. Or no, not good night. Have a good nap for work. Glad you had a good time. Yeah, I'm gonna check out that game after this. Well, that sure was something. I don't know if he was being sincere or just wanted to shift blame onto someone else. I wouldn't say he's entirely blameless. Never mind that. Do you think you'll be all right running the ranch by yourself? Of course I'll come visit, but I have my attorney duties too. Oh yeah, I'll get in touch with the castle and see if they can spare some men to work on the ranch. Silly as my father may have seemed, he really did prepare me to take over the one day, and he's taught me well. I'll make sure the animals are well cared for, just as I always have. That's the spirit. I believe in you. I really want to thank you for bringing the truth to light. If it wasn't for you, I don't even want to think about what could have happened. Don't mention it. I'm just glad everything worked out in the end. And so ended a very personal case for me. It felt like a weight had been lifted off my back. Malin continued working at the ranch, hoping to make it prosper even beyond what her father was able to accomplish. I didn't really think much about it, but the days following were some of the happiest I'd lived for a long time. Little did I know that a terrible tragedy would soon shock the entire kingdom, and I'd find myself smack dab in the middle of it. But that's a legend for another day. Wait, does that mean part 2? Does that mean that part 2 is, they're like, have a part 2 planned? I like this redesign of Hyrule Field. This is awesome. This was genuinely awesome. Yeah, this is like one of the coolest ROM hacks I've ever played. And really well put together. I'm really glad that well, Skylight pointed this out to me just like a day or two ago. Yeah, no, the writing was like really funny. I actually was dying at different points. Oh yeah, maybe this Temple of Time also, what is this thing? WNC. Wait, who's the other guy in there? I don't know. El Ingo. Music was written by Roadrunner and Meatball 132. There you go. And as somebody else pointed out a little earlier, the soundtrack is available on the sites for the patch for this. So if you want to download this or want to get the soundtrack, which I'm genuinely going to, check out the link in the pin. Yeah, they did a really good job with this. Good night, Renetta. Sleep well. Also, yeah, I'm gonna basic end stream today or after this. Especially after doing all the voice acting, or pushing my voice like that, I gotta like rest my voice. And there might be an extra thing about this, or with this, something you do with like the transfer pack. But either way, I might either check it out on my own or not worry about that for now. This is your last chance to get a bonkin. Yes. Oh, it's a cool one. Aw. Yeah, actually, maybe I'll make some warm tea. That sounds nice. Yeah. Thank you all for joining me for this. People here from the beginning, I hope that the cold open of this was fun. I was just like, I want to like just start playing this and not explain, give no like context, be like, oh yeah, this is just happening now. Inselect now unlocked. Extra 1 is now unlocked. I see, I see. Meow. Yeah, there is an extra. Wait. Sorry, what? Sorry, what? Super Talon game? Stop. 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 Oh my. I can ground pound. They made Malin and Mario. I mean, they made Talon and Mario. That's so silly. Yeah, this is how Talon really died. Oh, fuck. Wait, can I wall jump? They have wall jumping in this? It's me, a Talon. Ow. Ow. Oh, you got one in. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna try one more time.
Good birdie.
I guess this verse would be more like, oh, it's a me, oh Talon. No, it's not really. No, I shouldn't try to push my voice anymore. Oh, come on. Yeah, I'll try this another day. Scammed. Well, you got 246 points. Yeah, that's his hell now. He's in limbo over there forever. I wonder what the is for, but yeah, here you go. You can select for everything. Yeah, that's very, very cool. Alright, well, thank you all for hanging out and checking this out with me. Oh my god, there's negative life count? Wow. Oh, I didn't notice that. Good spot. Yeah, this is really... Hi, Mush! Hi! I'm glad you got to see some of this. Yeah, this is really fun. Yeah. Let's go... Go say hi to Hans. That's not right. Yeah, I'm gonna go drink some warm tea, because that was a nice idea. Maybe sit on the couch for a little bit. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you all on, like, Thursday, yeah? And I'm gonna keep editing for video stuff tomorrow. Yeah, thank you, Translate. Bye, everybody. See ya.